Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. You're listening to the What It Do podcast. But hey guys, welcome back to the episode of the What It Do podcast. In the studio this week, we got Mr. Timothy BUNLA.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Tim.
Yes, sir.
From the
Start over.
Huh?
No, I'm just kidding.
From the Snowberry T, right?
Snowberry T, yes, sir.
Oh man, love me some boba.
Yeah, it's some great stuff.
Oh, dude, so you've been in business for 3 years now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Wow. And
I love it.
obviously loving it.
Yeah. I
That's
love
great.
it. I'm an anime themed boba shop because I feel that's the one thing that really makes me love my job is the fact I gave it a theme. It's not I'm just not just a cafe opening it up. I'm just it's part of what I do every day because I go home from work, I go home and watch anime. I read mangas.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, I'm still a big nerd at heart, so I made sure to incorporate my business with what I love.
It's your personality.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Damn.
What's your favorite anime?
Oh man, I have I guess my top 3 is definitely the Gundam series. Initial D definitely because I'm a huge car guy.
Ooh, Initial D is badass.
Yeah, and then so some odd ones called Gurren Lagann. Some about robots and Spiral Force and self empowerment.
Okay.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Oh, damn.
Anime holds a real close place to my heart.
Oh, that's cool though. Yeah, I never even heard of Initial D. I remember the day that it was the summer.
Do you have the going back in time sound?
Surprise,
No, that's not it.
Oh, going back in time. There you go.
I'm sitting there getting ready. My wife, me and my wife were living in an apartment, and she moved back to West Texas because it was getting expensive, and I was trying to finish school there. And I moved in with a couple buddies, and they were real big into the import scene.
Oh yeah.
Huge into it. So we would every now and then we would get down and we'd go to.
They're all mechanics too.
Yeah, they're all mechanics.
So,
Well, say we're all mechanics. We're down there, and we were racing straight, full on Fast and the Furious. Block off the streets. We're doing racing.
Just ripping the streets.
Oh, dude, it was fucking awesome. And then we get back, right, and we're drunk. We get back, we have a little party at the house. And we get super drunk, allegedly. And because we were, I was just 21. Everybody else, I was see kids because I was trying to go to school, and they're all younger.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
I didn't buy the beer. I didn't buy any of their beer. But man, we were sitting there drunk, and then the party was over, right? So everybody goes home, and my roommate, he's like, "Hey man, you want to watch some anime?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess." At that time, I listened to anime.
About it?
I knew about anime. I just didn't. I was like, "This is kind of weird. Dude. You're asking just another person. He wants to watch anime with me, right?" So I'm like, "All right, yeah, man, fuck it, dude, put it on." And we binge watched Initial D.
Yeah.
That entire night. We even had school the next morning.
Yeah.
All the way up. I was like, "Hey, man, I think we got to get ready because our class started at 6 o'clock in the morning."
Oh, damn.
So it was one of those. We're like, "Oh shit!" So I got up and, dude, ever since after that, we would go drag racing every Saturday. Wednesdays and Saturdays. And dude, he had a suite. Oh god, this thing was a suite. He actually had 3 of them because he bought 3 of them down. He would rotate these cars. They were RX-7s.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Oh yeah, these things were gas guzzling. Fuel burning.
Oh yeah.
We had to tell him. I was like, "Bro, if you're gonna start your car, you got to open the garage, man. Because dude, you're gonna make the house. You're gonna blow up the house. What you're gonna do? Because you would hear it. It'd be in the garage.
It was burning rich, right?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Burning
"Oh
rich.
my god!" It was so bad, bro. Because we'd get out and he'd get started, right? And I would park on the driveway right behind him, and he'd always do this shit, right? He'd get in his car and he'd
Just
wake everybody up.
Not only one time, dude, he threw lit gas on my Tahoe.
Oh shit.
That's how rich it was burning.
He's just shooting gas out the
just shooting
tailpipe.
gas. And I'm like, "Yo," I got off and we all get off. We're all putting I didn't do anything, but he was putting the gas on. He's like, "Oh, my bad. I didn't know I was going to do that." And I was like, "I get it, dude." But I was like, "Cool fucking car, though."
But you don't realize he's actually shitting his bricks because gasoline just came out that bitch. And he's like,
"Oh,
I'm
yeah.
going to look cool real quick.
Yeah.
And I'm going to shit my pants at home."
Yeah, no kidding. But he's like, "I got to burn this off. I can't,
Yeah.
because he couldn't hold it. I don't know, whatever. He's like, "I can't have it go back into into whatever," right? So he goes out and you hear him going down I-45, man, catching the loop, clear all the shit.
Trying to clear it up.
Mm-hmm. And I'm like, dude, this thing was easy, an 8.7 quarter mile.
It's a fast car, man.
Oh, stupid.
It's a fast car.
Stupid fast. I remember I was like, how fast does it really go? He's like, all right, man. He reaches in his wallet, pulls out a 50, right? And he puts it on the dashboard. He's like, when I say go, if you can grab that 50, it's yours. I was like, fuck it, dude. I'm down. So we're going down. We get on the side loop, and we're coming down, what is it, 1960?
You talking about Houston?
In Houston, yeah.
Oh,
Houston
yeah.
Loop. We're going under 45 and coming around. He's like, as soon as I reach that, what is it? There's a sign there. I can't remember what the fuck it said. As soon as I reach that sign, go for it. And I'm gonna gun it. He goes, but wait till I get to the sign. I was like, cool. So I'm sitting there going. He's rolling at the sign, and I reach for it. And you just see him. He dumps that clutch, and bam! I just shoot to the back of that back of the seat. I hit it so hard, bro, that I felt the teeth that hold that seat up.
Oh,
I felt it click click. When I hit it so fucking hard, I was like, "Oh!" I thought I stripped the gears on that thing, and you just by the time I know him, and I look over, I'm looking at his speedometer, going 180 miles an hour, man, down 45.
That's when you're in a tunnel too.
Oh, dude, that's all. I couldn't see shit.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, this is
Right around 130, 140. You can't really see anything anymore.
Yeah.
Everything's a
Oh, yeah.
blur.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're
Your
just like
peripherals are just like
yeah.
It's just a tunnel.
Just imagine at 180. You don't see shit. All I saw was like headlights. You see, we're zipping by cars, and I thought it was fun as shit. Right when we get back, and it never clicked to me. Right, and I'm like, who gives an 18-year-old this type of car? I was like, what kind of shitty parents do you have? You know, I'm like, dude, they literally gave an 18-year-old a missile is what it was.
Yeah.
Facts.
And I'm like, bro, but still, it was fun.
It's pretty sweet.
I think in all honesty, like, well, the real question is, did you get the 50?
No, hell no. I was like, bro, take that 50 and put it in that gas tank because you're gonna need it.
Yeah, yeah, no shit.
But dude, I think it was insane, man.
I think there was a case. I remember. I think was it Hulk Hogan's son? I think he died because Hulk Hogan bought his son like straight up like a Supra. Off the lot, and he like died like from a fatal car accident.
Yeah.
You know, rest in peace. But like, man, yeah, I think he became like a good model for a lot of kids of like, you know, don't start fast.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
at least if you get fast, you'll be cautious because
Oh, well, you got. I mean,
money can't save a life. You know.
no. All the money in the world can't do that.
Yeah.
Last Saturday we were in Austin, and we were in the Domain area, and there was the newer style Supra,
Oh yeah.
but it had the paint job and the graphic scheme of the old Supra that was on.
Oh, Don Toretto.
Oh.
No, that wasn't. That was
That was an RX.
that was Brian's. That was Brian's car. That orange. Brian, that was his car. that Supra that he had, but it had that paint scheme and the graphics. the same
Oh, no
graphics.
shit.
It looked badass.
That's a nice tribute. That's a super nice tribute.
Yeah, big time. I was like, man, that is cool as hell.
You know what's funny? You can only see those decals on those cars. If you see those things on like a Honda Civic or like a goddamn,
It makes
Toyota
you mad a
Celica,
little
yeah,
bit,
makes
doesn't
you
it?
mad. You're like, man, that's a piece of shit, dude.
Yeah.
Like, obviously
I was
not.
like, what?
But you're like,
That's funny.
I don't know.
Who
like,
told him he
outside-
could do that?
Go with Sharpie and exit out.
Yeah,
You can't do that. You can't do that. Get back in the. Where's Jesse going?
Right.
Where's Jesse going? He owes me a car.
Damn it. Yo, that was a whole culture right there, man. It's
Oh,
still
bro.
it still is, though.
Yeah,
It still is.
I don't know how big it is, if it's still big in Houston, but I know when I was going there, I was like, dude,
That's like the peak of it. That was like hot import nights was
Yes.
going on. Like
Yeah.
that was
every year,
peak.
bro, we were going there.
Did y'all go every
Oh,
year?
yeah, every
Holy
year.
shit.
Dude, that's a whole nother scene. Oh yeah, it's
oh,
badass.
yeah.
So yeah, that's how I got into Initial D, because I'm like, when I first watching it, I'm like, dude, he's racing a Corolla.
These really grown ass men are watching cartoons right now. God damn,
We're all drunk and shit and watching cartoons.
Watching cartoons.
But the epitome there wasn't like some sports car. It was the fucking hatchback.
Yeah, it
that was
was.
making its way down the hill. It was faster than everybody. Only because I guess it was more agile going through the
it was
corners.
agile. It had no ABS.
Yeah.
Nothing to like stop the car from stopping.
Yeah.
And you know.
And that was like, okay, so he's racing supercars going down this hill and he wins every time. It's it was like the old the Karate Kid, Mr. Miyagi type feel to it.
Isn't that the premise of Tokyo Drift?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Right?
It is.
Because they're racing down the hill.
Yep.
Yeah.
it is.
Damn. I didn't really put that together till just right now.
It all makes sense.
Yeah, but yeah. No, it's I guess it's the same premise.
Yeah.
Guys racing Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
DK.
DK.
Have you seen those memes where he's like, dude, you said he was like, you know what DK means? He's like, Donkey Kong. He's like, Drift King. And they're riding on the elevator, him and Bow Wow. And then the fucking elevator's
opens
open.
and they're doing a drift right there in front of them.
Yes, but this was a guy in a wheelchair. He's like, man. I couldn't stop laughing. That shit was hilarious. But sorry, man, we kind of got off the subject a little bit.
That's what we do here.
Oh, you're good.
So 3 years open, doing the anime.
Yeah, doing anime, doing the boba.
Oh, that's cool though, man.
Yeah. Honestly, man, opening up this whole business has really like opened up my life as to like how, not to say everything should be ran, but like, man, like it's crazy out there, dude.
Oh yeah,
it's crazy out there, and like opening up this business kind of made me realize what like my American dream was, because like for a while, like as a young man, you know, I kind of had like, I felt lost because like I was like, man, I don't want to work under someone. I don't mind working under someone, but it's not really what I want to do. Is that like my American dream? You know, like can I be proud to my kids and be like, yeah, man, I fucking graduated college and just work for this fucking loser.
I'm
for
in
like
the rat
20
race.
Yeah, I fucking worked 5 years for a promotion, and guess what? I got it. Like you know, like
Yeah, I'm sitting there. Yeah,
You're right.
you know,
Though.
and I was like, I kind of want like not necessarily an origin story. But you know, I want to realize what my American dream was, and my American dream was half my family and have my business. Not necessarily be my own boss, but hey, it's nice being my own boss.
Hell
but
yeah.
you know, be happy in the sense of like, if my family feels like shit, hey, just close up the shop. You know, like my cousins will understand, my people will understand.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Like understand the business of family. Because I think that's one thing America kind of misses out. It's just the fact that we're so corporate now that we forget what a home touch feels like. We forget what a family business is. We forget what like familiar faces are. Because we just get like so lost.
People put that office first.
Yeah.
And then it's family. It's like,
hey man, have you been following me?
No.
Because that's what it feels like. That's what it literally feels like. I work 7 days a week.
Yeah.
You know, so it does suck because I'm like, all the time that I do miss out, and I can be like, hey, you know, I don't know when's the last time I took a vacation. Well, I think it was last year.
This weekend, I think it kind of hit you a little bit because you were kind of like, you were venting to me a little bit about because your wife and the boys had went to Austin.
Yeah, and I got stuck here,
and he was here by himself, and it was kind of like, I want to go to Austin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know? I want to be able to get up and go. I want to be able to fucking you know enjoy the little things, you know. And I mean, it's a rinse and repeat. It's like that 9 Inch Nails song. Every day is exactly the same. And God, but the way you're sitting there, man, that's what I've been. I couldn't put into words like you just did. I couldn't find the words, like I should say.
Yeah,
you know. So man, that's cool though, because you should be able to do that. You should be able to find that. And it's cool that you found something that could support your living.
Yeah, hopefully, you know, as long as things keep going good, people keep giving us loves. Like even then, like I was telling my wife, like even though the boba business doesn't even fall through, like that's not gonna stop us.
Yeah,
Like that's just a hump in the road. Like just because if this doesn't work out doesn't mean like us starting again 5 years from now when we're more ready for it.
That's the mindset right there. That's the mindset to have. Yeah.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why I love my wife. And like, I love my wife. I wouldn't be able to do anything I have without my wife because like she is the other half of my mindset. Cause she wants to grind and get money as much as I do. And she loves her family just as much as I do. Yeah. And you know, I feel like it's very hard to find someone like that, especially someone that has like similar drive because her dream is to open up a bakery. My dream is just to open up some type of business to where I can like, not necessarily fuck off, but like, man, give people good living. You know, my family's good. We're all eating good. That's what I want. Yeah. You know, and, you know, our dreams aligned. So, and the fact that we're like every day we're pushing each other, you're like, man, I'm not gonna lie, man, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Like hell yeah, it's hard.
And like I said, I have 2 kids under 2. And like I said, a boba business 3. So I practically have 3 kids. Yeah. I have 3 kids I'm taking care of. Yeah. And, you know, it's just like, some days we're just like, man, life is hard. We're drowning. But, you know, it's one of those things that like, if she's down there, I got to be up here. Because there's a balance. We both can't be down in the gutters. And I'm glad with her. Yeah. Like, there's never been that scenario. Like, don't get me wrong, I have my rough days. She has her rough days. But we're always like, yo, come on, we got this.
That's cool, man, to have that support where it's like, you're right. Someone's got to be up here. Because someone's always got to pull somebody out of the hole.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know, which, hey, man, shout out to the wifeys.
That's the rock right there.
Yep. Shout out to the wifeys because today, the June 4th, today's my 20-year anniversary.
Really?
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah, 20 years.
You know, we could have moved this.
Yeah, we could have done it.
No. Like it's something. I mean, we're gonna do something this weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, but you just went to Armente's and just had a big old family dinner and all that too. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not like you didn't do anything.
Nah, yeah, it's not like we didn't do
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah,
Of course, she was busy today too. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, 20
That's-
years, man.
Yeah,
so,
20 years. I mean,
Happy
you guys done it
anniversary,
for
man.
19 years already. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe another 19 or another 20 more. I mean, 19. I was gonna say that.
Well,
But
man.
yeah, the boba business definitely treats me well. Definitely trying to survive out there. Like I'm definitely not a millionaire. Like that's for sure. I'm like, I like to tell people, I'm really just an average guy, who's just trying to live out his dream. I took the risk on opening the business to work for myself, and that's really what it is. Like, I wish I drove a Lamborghini. I really did.
Yeah.
But I don't. Me and my wife drive a freaking Kia Sportage out there because that's the most economically friendly car.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
No, I mean there's nothing wrong with it, man.
Yeah.
90% of the rich people I know seem miserable.
You know what's funny is I listen to all these different like motivational speakers, and this one guy had said something this morning about the guy that drives that Corvette. He bought that Corvette because he wants everybody to notice him and see him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, more than likely, he was every once in a while you get the guys that bought it because for the real reason of owning a Corvette, it's to go fast. You know,
Yeah.
most of these other guys buy it because they want somebody to see them. Problem is nobody fucking cares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He thinks like, oh man, everybody sees me. Like, no, nobody really cares. You know, okay, well, big deal. You know,
Yeah. Good for you.
good
you bought
for
a
you.
car.
Yeah. So, do it for you, not for everybody else.
Yeah. I know the older I get, man, the thought of buying a new truck just fucking
Ugh.
it's like a knife to my back. I'm like, no, I'm so close to being, payment free.
That's the way it goes too. I paid it off, and now it's like,
And they reel you and they're like, hey, I got a nice discount. What color truck did you actually want 10 years ago?
Yeah.
yeah, no
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, no
I
Come
got
shit.
that
on
nice
in,
package.
come on in.
Rims.
Yeah.
good, free car wash for a year.
Heated steering wheel.
Oh, what?
We live in Texas. It's already a hot
It's
ass
already
steering wheel.
hot. No, I completely understand, but man, I can't bring myself to make a $900,000 payment.
No.
I just can't.
Yeah.
Or I'm just like, dude, this is insane, man.
I think the real issue is the fact that a truck costs as much as the house. I think that's
Exactly.
the real issue.
Yes.
Like, I don't know where it aspired from. Like, maybe it's the fact that people actually is living off their vehicle, so they're like, hey,
Turn it into a house. We're gonna charge you what a house costs.
I
Yeah.
guess so. But even then, that's not right. Like,
No.
I saw a fully decked out truck for like $60K. And I'm like, damn, $60K. And I'm looking at Facebook Marketplace at houses, and I'm like, this house is $30K.
Yeah.
That's crazy. You know,
Yep.
and that's, if that doesn't really tell you about like the difference between people's wants and needs, I don't
Yeah.
know what
Oh,
will.
yeah.
I don't know what's a
yeah,
more crazy
no.
wake up call.
No. I couldn't do it, man. Like there's stuff like that just it annoys the hell out of me, man. Because you're right. When did it get so crazy that these prices went so absorbent? Or whatever the word is. It's gotten so crazy with the prices that, like, I saw my wife sent me this truck, right, and it's nice. So we remember it's an AT4, it's a GMC Denali. Of course, she's just kind of like picking at me.
Yeah.
She knows I'm not gonna spend the money.
Yeah. Like,
She's
check this out.
Yeah, check this out. $129,000. I was like,
Jeez.
get
Oh my
out of here.
gosh.
Who's paying for this? I was like, there's no way that.
That's how people become car broke.
There you go. And that's where I was getting. I'm
Yeah.
like, people, stop. I get this nice car.
Those prices will come down if people just don't go and buy them.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
yeah.
They have to. Then the car industry be like, damn, we need to figure out something else because they're not buying them.
No. I'm so excited by the Toyota Stout that's coming out.
The $10,000 truck.
Yes, bro. I'm like, give me 2 of those.
Hell yeah.
In the driveway.
Yep.
I will proudly drive one of those.
Yeah.
4-wheel drive.
Has
Man,
everything you need for 10
everything.
grand.
Yeah. I was like, no. I don't need anything.
Even
else.
if it had roll up windows,
I don't care.
I'd still get it.
Yeah,
Bring
I-
those back. Make cars cheaper. Bring them back.
Hell
like,
yeah.
Like, honestly,
Exactly.
like the fact they don't give us like bare bone options anymore, I think is kind of like not necessarily messed up, but like,
Yes.
dude, like I feel like a 16-year-old kid who saved, or not 16, but like a 19-year-old kid who saved up like 4 years, he should be able to get like not necessarily a brand new car, but a brand new car with like rolled up windows.
Yes,
like-
something- yes.
Like a dog shit radio, like
Yeah.
something at least like
Yeah. At this point, what's CarPlay? It's
Yeah.
standard on everything.
Pretty much.
So just it doesn't cost much more. Just throw the damn thing in the car and
Yeah.
let's get with it. It is crazy because they get more expensive, but yet their quality goes down. Because now, let's say these oil pumps, man, these oil pumps aren't steel driven anymore. They don't have steel gears.
It's all plastic.
It's all plastic composite shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That ended up breaking. We were talking about. I guess I don't know if it was with you. I was talking about they were breaking down this the 6. I think it's a 6.2, the GM motor, right? So instead of using keyways like they used to back in the day,
talking about it.
they would put these little studs, right? And with a keyway, it could range anywhere. I would say 1.5 inches, and you got this long keyway that's holding this pulley on. Who knows what it's, you know? And they're all over the place, so they run everything, the harmonic balancer, all that shit. Well, these newer motors, they don't have the keyway no more. They have these little dowels. That, I mean, in the
they snap.
They snap.
Yeah.
I'm like, there's too much torque in these motors. Because yes, are they getting the motors getting more powerful? Yes. Are they getting less efficient? Obviously.
Oh yeah.
You know,
They break down faster.
yeah. When you're having these brand new GM motors cratering at 8,000 miles, there's a problem.
That work truck that I had is a perfect example. Everybody always thinks, you know, Chevy used to be pretty reliable vehicles. This was a Chevy truck.
Bow tie,
Yeah. It was a 2019 at the time. I had that truck. It was a work truck. It was I think it was 2020. And that truck was a 2019. I had just hit 60,000 miles on it, and the damn lifters went out on it.
That's
right?
Yeah, no, that shouldn't happen.
No.
That shouldn't happen.
And so then it's still covered on that part's still covered under warranty. We take it in, it gets fixed. I get it back a month later, the lifter solenoids go out. Those aren't covered under warranty.
I
was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, it was
That's
just
electronics, sir. That doesn't.
Yeah, it's a whole other situation. They
I'm
were
like,
sorry,
yeah.
that's not covered. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, but see, that shouldn't happen. It's like they're made to fail now.
Yeah.
100%. Like,
You know?
we shouldn't have to worry about an electronic part.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have to worry about that. You know what's crazy? I used to work at AutoZone when I was super young. You know, I learned little things about codes and all this stuff. You know what's crazy? That check engine light would not fucking tell you if you had a hole in your shit if you don't have sensors for it.
Yep.
And, you know, and that's the crazy thing. It's just like, that's the difference between now. It's just the fact we have a million different wires to tell you how to do things. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like car makers forget that human beings are just inherently, we're just lazy.
Oh yeah.
We're just lazy. And I'm not going to lie, I'm like 500 miles away from my oil change. But, dude, that thing drives like 10 miles every day. So in my head, I'm like,
You're good.
I'm good.
yeah. In my head, I'm good. But this car is like, yo, freaking the fuck out. And I'm like, dude, shut up. You drive like 10 miles a day. Like, you don't go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's just,
Dude, that's absolutely because your car has that where it beeps at you. Yeah. It's time for an oil change.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because I'm like, you're just going off a timer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's it. You're just going off a goddamn timer. You're right. I only drive 10 miles a day.
Some of those some of that higher end oil, like say like Mobil 1, they have some shit that's like Mobil 1 100,000 mile oil. Or no, I'm sorry, 50,000 mile. So you can go, I wouldn't recommend going 50,000 mile, but they say you can go a whole year without changing it, which I wouldn't recommend doing that either. But maybe it's good. That purple one too.
Yeah, the
royal purple is good too.
I've actually seen that. I worked with I worked at AutoZone for like 4 or 5 years. So I had a coworker who actually ran royal purple.
Mm-hmm.
When I say he actually didn't change it for a year, I was there for the first oil change and the last oil change, same day.
Was it all black when he finally changed it?
So
it was kind of still clear?
It was black, but he was like, this is how you know it's still good. He dipped his finger in it, got a flashlight, and you still see it's dark purple.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
shit.
I was like, damn. So that he was like, technically this oil still has like 20K worth just because it's not completely black yet. But
yeah,
you know, I was like,
that's crazy.
Damn.
Yeah, it's oil, man. That dinosaur tech. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, man.
That Dino Tech.
Dino Tech.
Yeah, man. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, everything's just
Cars are different. Point blank.
Yeah. Well, so this new work truck that I'm using now, the oil pan isn't steel anymore.
What is it, like aluminum now?
No,
It's composite.
It's composite. It's
like a plastic.
They try to like tell me like, oh, it's made out of the same material that a Glock 9mm is made out of.
Plastic?
Plastic. It's plastic. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what part of the Glock are we talking about?
Exactly, right. Well, so the reason why I found this out is because one of the mechanics stripped the threads when he was putting the plug back into there, and they're like, oh man, we'd have to replace the whole thing. And I was like, wait, what? Why? And he was like, because it's plastic. You can't just tap it out. It's plastic. I was like, wait, did you say plastic? Well, it's not plastic. It's the composite that your gun is made out of. It's fucking plastic.
It's plastic. If I put it under heat, it's going to melt.
Oil pan.
If you can't retap it, that's fucking plastic.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry. Like,
yeah.
So,
but see, what's crazy is I work off road,
okay.
And you got a plastic oil pan. Come on, man!
All the rocks that come up and hit it.
Yeah.
Just one bottom up, but when you just bottom out once, and that's it. You're done.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Which is crazy to me too, though, is that how much did it cost to make that composite?
I feel like that
pan?
costs more.
To make the composite.
Well, I mean, it seems like it would have cost more, but
I think it would cost more to make a steel pan
so I think
or an aluminum pan.
I think the
aluminum
real thing,
for sure.
The real things we gotta take is that's a 2019 truck on a commercial vehicle. That same oil pan's probably on a 100K vehicle.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing where it's just like, dude, we're still paying like 40K more and still no difference in actual parts that matter.
Yep.
We're paying more for convenience just because I have a butt warmer.
Yep.
yeah,
Oh, yep.
yep.
That's it. You know. Like,
Did you hear? I don't know what company it is. Maybe Porsche. They're floating this idea. One of these big time high end manufacturers is floating this idea to sell you cars, sell the customers cars that come with every option available, but you can't use them.
Oh, it's like a subscription.
It's a subscription based
Oh
deal.
my gosh, yeah.
If you want the heat warmers, it's a monthly subscription.
You know what?
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I would tickle this idea if I had $1 million in my bank account and I live in the Four Seasons area, because I'll be like, you know what? I don't need heat warmers in the seat. You know, I don't know. I don't know. But that's idiotic.
I would tickle the idea if I knew somebody who could jailbreak cars,
Right? Because at that point,
just like they jailbreak some of these Amazon Fire Sticks.
yeah. That was a good time.
Yeah. You know?
Allegedly.
I'm like, there you go.
Allegedly,
Somebody
right.
goes in there, jailbreaks your car, you get all the options.
I want to say there's a guy that jailbreaks Teslas.
Yeah.
Oh,
There
yeah.
is a dude. Yeah. I
Yeah.
think he actually recently LS swapped that thing too.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Damn.
Like, homie, it's crazy. I followed that guy for a minute. He went through so much legal trouble through Tesla.
Because he was like buying like Teslas that were wrecked
The
and then
Teslas are
and then
wrecked.
fixing them and then jailbreaking them and then reselling them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Tesla was like, dude, you're not buying the parts from us. And he's like, you guys aren't selling me the parts, and that's the issue.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
there's
that's
a
the
whole
issue.
lot of like control that Tesla's doing for no reason. For no reason.
Yeah, you
Like,
bought the car, man. Let him do whatever he wants
Yeah,
with the
it's
car.
his car. Yeah.
his car, yeah. And I feel like that's one thing we should company people is like forgetting. It's just like, dude,
Yeah.
we're buying this car. Let us do what else we want. Like that's why I'll probably never buy like a Lamborghini or Ferrari, because did you know they could sue you if you like defame the car in any way?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's bullshit. Like, dude,
Yeah, it's my car. I can do whatever I want
Yeah.
with it.
No, you
Like,
know, not with our car.
if I wanted to make a yeah, I would never catch me dead. Like, no.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of scary if you think about it. Like, you know, how computers, you have to, even your phone, you've got to update them all the time, right? There's always
Yeah.
updates coming out. So the more electronics that are put into these cars, the more that they're dependent on the computer of that car.
yeah.
You're going to have to update that. You know what's going to happen? They're going to start charging you to update your car.
Oh yeah.
Oh, 100%.
That's
I
what-
need to
oh,
update
that's-
my Bluetooth because it doesn't want to connect to my phone anymore.
Ooh,
Yeah.
No.
Oh, that's a weird one.
Yeah, you're gonna have to pay extra.
That'll
for
be
that,
a fee.
Tiffany. They're gonna send you. Hey, we were trying to reach you about your extended warranty.
I don't want to.
I mean, that's where it's eventually going. It's going to the point where a lot of your freedoms are going to go away,
Facts.
and
Yeah.
it's sad because it's the writing's on the wall. You can see it every day. It happens with everything that's
Little
going
by
on.
little.
God, what's that? Black Mirror is pretty much ruined this. Have you ever seen that?
No.
Okay.
man.
Have you seen?
I've
it?
seen
Oh,
Black
yeah.
Mirror, but I don't know which one you're talking
Okay,
about.
the first episode of this last season,
Oh, I didn't see that.
where this chick gets in an accident, right? And they have to go in and do something to her brain. So, anyways, they give her able to have full access. You know, she's like, but it's a program that you got to be on, kind of like with cell phone.
Yeah.
It's a cell phone program. It's basically what it is. So she's sitting there. They get into the.
Oh, I did see that.
You did see that?
Yeah.
And
But
I'm
keep going,
just
though.
like that. I guess she's paying for a monthly subscription just for her to have all her whatever, right? So she starts slowing down. She's like, "Hey, I'm having a problem. You know, my wife is not really all there. Oh, it's because you need to upgrade to our new standard plan." She's like, "Well, how much is that a month?"
Wasn't it like you couldn't go past a certain area?
Yes,
Because
yeah.
you're still on the basic plan. But if
Yeah.
you want to go further out, you've
You
got to
can upgrade.
That's crazy.
So it gets to the point where it's like this new plan is $500 a month, and he's like, "Man, we can't afford that." So they were able to come up with the extra $500. The shitty part is that that plan that they got on to upgrade it to became the standard.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So and then in order to upgrade it was like it basically doubled. So it got to the point where it's like we can offset it while she just like stops what she's doing and does this quick commercial. she'll read ads and stuff like that.
She'll just start talking like advertisement out of nowhere.
That's crazy.
And I'm like, oh man, this is the life we live. This is what we're in.
100%.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, so the funny thing is, talking about controlling and all that, the Nintendo Switch too.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
sure-
I heard
Yeah.
about that.
Go tell us.
Oh my gosh! So this is the first video game console you'll be able to buy but not legally own.
What?
So like Nintendo has always had a big problem with like copyright, people copying games, jailbreaking consoles. But that's like every system, that's every console, because like we were talking about before, it's freedom. I buy it, I'm gonna do whatever I want with it.
Yeah.
So Nintendo's actually, when you buy this, I forgot what pricing point. It's like maybe I'm just gonna say $400 because that sounds right. But you spend this. If you get caught like hacking this thing or cheating on it, Nintendo has every right to shut that thing down.
Yeah.
And you cannot turn it back on.
Whoa.
You would physically have to go buy another one.
Yeah, my
Wow.
son was telling me about that.
That
so
is
this
not cool.
So this is the first console that they're doing this with, and I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, as a video gamer, as a kid, a broke kid at that, I had a Game Boy, and my uncle gave to me a game cartridge that had over 500 games or 100 games at the time, and I'm like, this is it. Broke kid from the barrio. Like, this is all I need. This is what I want.
Yeah.
And now I feel like kids can't do that because I'm not saying jailbreaking's right. It's not right. It isn't. But for the misfortunate where not everyone has money, hey, that stuff comes in clutch.
Yeah.
It does.
For
Like,
sure.
like I'm not going to ignore it. Like
This is how geniuses are born.
yeah.
Yeah.
People that figure out stuff like that.
Loopholes.
These are the people that go to work for Nintendo
Exactly right.
and be like, hey, I don't want
Exactly
nobody
right.
stealing my stuff. I'm gonna have this proprietary fucking software that no one can jailbreak.
These antivirus softwares. You know who run most of these companies?
fuck yeah.
Former hackers.
Former hackers.
Yeah.
John McAfee, bro.
John McAfee. There you go.
That guy.
I forgot. There's a case actually. I forgot. My wife was telling me about this, but there's this kid, homeschooled, super smart, just loves to hack, and he got a job over there at Homeland Security, and he didn't get the job, and he was pissed, and he hacked their system bad.
Hell yeah.
Like hacked to the point where like, he ended up being locked up in federal, and freaking Homeland Security was like, listen, you stay in here or you work with us.
Yeah, we got a deal for you.
Yeah. And I feel like that's kind of messed up. Like, why did he have to freaking hack your guys' system?
Yeah.
Blow your shit up
To get a job.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, so you get it for free now. Or spend some time in jail.
Knowing the government, that's what they wanted to happen.
Probably.
I wouldn't doubt
Probably.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let him go. Oh, man. What's that movie with Leonardo DiCaprio? Catch Me If You Can.
Catch Me If You Can,
Yeah, that's a
yeah.
good movie.
Oh, man. That's what we ended up
Tom
doing, right?
Hanks.
Service time. Oh, fuck. I mean, who knows? I wouldn't doubt it. But I mean, that's crazy, though.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Well, I heard also that Nintendo Switch, because the new one came out, the Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever, that I guess sales aren't going as planned. So they're
Based on that reason.
Yeah.
they're slowing down the old Switches to where they're like they're getting
they pulled an
yellow
iPhone.
Oh,
the
man.
whole
They-
yellow screen
Oh.
of
The kill
death
switch
or
on
orange
them, dude.
Man.
orange screen of death.
Oh, my God.
crazy.
And then if you don't play it that often, you can just like hit the power button down for like a couple of seconds and then it should be fine. But for the ones that live on it, like my son, they won't be able to without. They could try that, and then there's like extensive repairs and so forth.
Man, that has got to be illegal.
that's-
At some level, that has to be illegal.
I think that should be illegal because, like,
Yep.
dude, that's your kid. Like, that thing should be able to run at full capacity
Oh,
no matter
yeah.
what. And even then, like, with that being said, there shouldn't be updates that downgrade your stuff
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
at
Yes.
that point, that's criminal. Like, that is
Yeah,
criminal
you're
because,
taking. It's like a bait and switch.
Yeah.
That's what it
I mean,
is.
Yeah, they want
Isn't
you to
that
buy the newer
vandalism?
model.
Like,
You know,
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
have you bought a new TV recently?
I have not.
I
So,
want a TV. Yeah.
oh, TVs are so,
So
expensive.
my two Samsung TVs, which really pissed me off. Those were fucking
Oh.
expensive. They both took
Oh,
a
yeah.
shit on me on the same time,
oh no!
and it really pissed me off
Is
because
it with those cute OLED TVs too? One of them fancy ass ones.
one of them had the curved screen, and the other one I don't remember what the other one was. But now the curved screen you can get for like
Yeah.
$700. At the time though, I bought it brand new. It was like way fucking expensive. But they both, that one and my other one, took a shit at the same time.
Yeesh.
I already kind of had like a bad taste in my mouth for Samsung, and then my refrigerator was a Samsung, and it started acting up, and I'm like, this is some
You're communicating with each other.
bullshit. Yes. So all right. So I'm buying new TVs. I'm like, I am not going Samsung. So I was looking for everything else. I ended up with a Vizio and an LG.
Yeah.
Vizio is cool. Love it.
Yeah.
It's great. The LG is cool too. I like it, except for it does this thing where you have to accept a user agreement so that way they can advertise to you.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Like, what the fuck? It's just a TV, man. I don't want like.
Yeah.
I'm already going to be advertised on anything that I'm watching.
Right.
Why does a TV need to advertise to me on top of that?
Yeah.
It's because I'll tell you now. It's because cable's going away.
Oh yeah.
Cable's going away, so there is no way to market. There's no way to market things other than the internet.
Yeah.
And like, dude, because I have a Samsung TV too, and it blows my mind that my Samsung TV has this thing called Samsung Pass, and now there's just like free channels just 24/7.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have
Vizio
that,
and
yeah.
LG have that too.
And that's just crazy to me. Like, what the fuck is cable? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that all comes down to advertisers. Right. Advertisers pay for that.
Yeah.
That way they're like, we need a way to advertise to people. Let's just give them all the free channels they want.
So they can see these
They
advertisements.
can see our advertisements. They're paying for your free tape, for your free TV.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah.
That's why it's so hard, man. Like I won't buy a TV that has Roku on it because it's slow.
yeah,
Or I've tried to get away from some of these smart TVs, but you can't get really away from those anymore.
Yeah.
You try to find one that doesn't have all that crap on it. It's twice the money.
Yeah, 'cause
these
they
other
want-
TVs.
yeah,
They want you to buy those.
Yeah. The reason it's twice is because advertisers are paying for the other TVs. If you buy one without advertisement, you've got to pay that premium. It's like if you get Netflix, if you want, or no, let's say Hulu. Well, Netflix too.
No,
Netflix, there's
HBO
certain
Max,
movies you
all of
can't
them.
watch.
Yeah.
Well, but if you want the version that doesn't have advertisements, you got to pay
more.
$25, $30 a month. If you allow them to advertise to you, it's like $10 a month. So
I saw one
you
the
know,
other day. It said Hulu, Disney Plus, Max,
And ESPN.
and ESPN all in one, and I'm like, wow,
bundle.
we just did full circle. I was like, that's cable. I mean,
Yeah.
give us
Yeah.
fucking cable. It's literally cable is what you just gave us.
Yeah.
You know, with extra steps.
Yeah, and then if you want, and that's like Hulu Lite. Like that's not Hulu Live. If you want Hulu Live, which has all the channels, it's like $80 a month.
Yeah.
Now you're full circle because that's what cable was.
You know
$80 a month.
you know, YouTube actually has a plan similar to that. I think it's called like YouTube TV or YouTube
Oh, yeah,
Live.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like it has cable and like obviously you get to see
$75
all
a
your
month.
music.
Yeah, about
and I'm
75,
like-
80 a month.
And like I was interested because all the sports is on there too, and I'm like, oh, I mean,
Yeah.
you guys said it's freaking cable at this point.
Basically.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's basically what it is. I'm like, wow, what are we doing?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
just, it's
Even with Netflix though, like there's movies like I have like the basic on Netflix because I'm like, there's whatever.
Yeah.
But like if you want to watch a certain movie that they say is coming out or whatever, it's like, oh well, you need to upgrade your Netflix. if you
Really?
want to
So there's
have-
certain movies
to
you
watch.
can't watch?
Yeah, there's certain movies you can't watch.
Oh, that's crazy. I did not know that.
Who somebody else does that. I think Prime and Hulu do that.
Yeah, Prime does that.
Yeah.
Prime's weird because like it works with other subscription fees
Yes.
and stuff like that. So
Yes.
it's like you could watch a movie through here, but if you have a HBO, you could go ahead and watch it through here too. And it's like it's
oh yeah, on the
It's
bottom
weird,
right. 'Cause
yeah.
it's- yeah,
They're all
yeah.
webbed together.
But on the bright note, at least none of us have. Remember back in the day when you just watched cable and you used to be like, yo, grab the Telegram TV, the program, see what's playing today.
Oh,
Yeah.
what,
TV Guide.
the TV
Guide.
guide.
Oh my
that's
God,
right.
I remember when TV Guide was a
Yes,
thing.
yes,
Thank
yes.
God that thing's gone, bro.
Oh man, I look forward to it when the
You
new one
look
would come out.
forward-
Yeah, man, I'm like,
I'm like,
man.
ooh, this movie's
'Cause
gonna play on Saturday.
Yeah, everything was pre-programmed.
Who died on the Young and the Restless?
Yeah, I was like, I get to watch it. See, I do miss that though, where it's like you had to be there. I mean, yes,
It was like an event.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
whole thing. Now
Yeah.
it's gone, man.
No, I feel that.
Where it's like, no, I
Everything's
got to
on
be home on
demand.
Thursday, man. I got to watch my novelas.
No, that's
You
fair.
know?
That's fair.
Yeah.
I remember it was like DirecTV on demand and stuff like that. That's when we really started being able to customize when we can see things.
The Nintendo
TiVos
Switch 2, man,
and
$500.
500
Five,
bucks.
Yeah.
$500.
So I think
Damn.
these fucking like Game Exchange, Pixel Junkies,
They're gonna
all
start
this-
coming up.
they're gonna blow up, man. Because I think they're on the forefront of whatever this shit is. Because it's like, wait, I'm not gonna sit there and buy this stuff. I'll go get a goddamn console because there's tons of games that I haven't played.
Oh, yeah.
You know, and I'm sure there's going to be a company that comes up out of nowhere and it's going to start making games for these consoles because you're going to be on the forefront.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I think there's going to be an untapped market that's going to happen because who wants this? Who wants the fact that I get to buy a console, but I have no rights to it?
Yeah.
Just like when people buy these movies on like the movies I buy on Prime. They don't belong to me.
Nope.
Yeah.
They can sit there and take them away whenever they want.
If Prime and whoever created that movie or whoever owns the rights to that movie decide that they're not cool no more,
Yep.
even though you bought that movie, you lose it in your library.
You
Because
lose it,
Guess
yeah.
what? Prime doesn't have rights to it either now.
So because we have Brian Duffy in here, and I was like, when I first heard of
Did you see that he has Dogma?
Yeah, he sent me. He's like, whenever we want to
Yeah,
pick it up.
Hell yeah.
So
I was
yeah, I'm excited because I'm like, we're actually. Hopefully they didn't sell out, but tomorrow they're showing Dogma at the
theater.
Is it tomorrow?
It's tomorrow.
I
Tomorrow.
thought it was
tomorrow.
today.
Okay.
So I was gonna see if y'all were interested. I was gonna buy tickets
Yeah.
because I want.
What time?
There's 2 showings. One's at 6:50. The other one's at 10 o'clock.
What to do at the movies?
Do it to movie. 6:50 sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm. Yeah, he's like, hell yeah, let's go.
He's like,
Yeah.
Tim's invited too.
I'm down. Fuck, if you're down, I'm down. I'll let you
yeah.
know.
What to do at the movies?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy a few tickets so because I want to go. I want to go check it out. I haven't seen
Do it.
Dogma in a
It'll
long
be my
time.
first time watching it.
I know
Dang.
you,
Yes.
Amy,
Overdue.
and Drea will be y'all are the 3 that I know that've never seen the movie.
I don't think
And I'm
April's
like,
seen it.
No,
April hasn't seen it either.
I don't
Oh,
think so.
wow.
Man. Yeah, Brandon was all like,
The
I got
uncultured.
the movie at the house. And I'm like, yeah, but we're going to go watch it. They're
In
going to go.
theater.
Yeah. So that,
But back to what you were saying is like these places like Pixel Junkie, Game Exchange, or whatever. They're probably gonna come up a little.
they're
going to
come up, man. Because when I first heard the fact that they were going to be selling, we trade or we buy, VHS and we sell VHS. That was so fucking foreign to me.
Yeah.
And now it's starting to make sense because we're literally pushing ourselves as these companies are pushing us into a corner. It was like, you want to watch something, you have to buy it from us.
Yeah.
This is where you're gonna have to get it.
They have control over that
Yeah,
subscription.
it's you might want to get away from streaming a little bit. It's nice to have streaming, but it's the control that they're trying to force on everybody.
Right.
On top
what
of that,
sucks.
the movies nowadays suck.
That too.
Facts. Yeah.
They suck because there's no money. They're not making the money they were making 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They're just not.
I feel like there's not enough good story writers nowadays.
That
Oh,
too.
You know what
no.
I mean? There really isn't. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like right now, currently, the only person I look forward to see him was it Jordan Peele?
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I think he's the only real director and story writer I actually look forward to for movies now because I feel like everything's kind of like a rinse repeat.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh,
like,
rinse and repeat big time.
Rinse
Yeah.
repeat. A bunch of Marvels. Like, I'm wrong. I'm a big nerd. I love comics and everything, but like, I want something fresh. Like,
Yeah, you want something
like-
original.
Like, I've been seeing this thing for like my whole life, man.
Yeah.
Give me something new.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It's
like-
only going to get worse because I remember I sent the text out on the group text. I said, man, I'm watching this show on Amazon Prime,
Oh, yeah.
right?
I saw
Called
it came
Motorheads.
across
And
on my Prime.
it was a fucking train wreck. Like I was like, AI wrote this script.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
is-
you were talking about.
This is so cheesy and nothing makes sense. None of it. It's like, we're just going to have you guys just read off the prompt that AI printed up,
Yeah.
And I'm like, hold on, this is the most ridiculous movie I've ever seen. The acting's horrible. The storyline's trash. And I'm like, this, it's kind of like that uncanny valley when you watch a movie and you're like, man, something seems off.
Yeah.
The script was like that. It was that far off.
Damn it.
But I'm like, okay, this is where it's going though, because there's a studio in Austin that's opening up. That's basically it's all AI. It's not a big building; it's a small building. They're getting away from traditional producing movies and having AI do it. So you're gonna get trashy, shitty movies.
Oh, I believe it. Was it Walt Disney just do like a mass layoffs for like a bunch of like writers, and
Oh, I'm sure.
animators and stuff like that? Like that's been a big, especially in the video game industry too. A bunch of like animators have been getting laid off because AI could do art, and that's the hard thing. It's funny. Me and my coworkers actually talking about that. I'm like, why the fuck are we training AI to do the shit we want to do?
Yeah,
Like, dude, I want this motherfucker to cook me dinner. Like, I want this thing to do my dishes.
Yeah.
Like, why is this thing drawing for me? Why? Like, I think that's so wrong. I'm not against people using AI art because if they're not like if artistically inclined, I understand, I respect that. But dude, we should not be selling AI art. Like AI art should
No,
not be
that
sold.
shouldn't be sold
It
at
should
all.
not be sold.
No.
I think the right to use it, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
But selling
If
AI
I'm gonna buy art, I want an original piece that somebody did by hand.
exactly.
Yeah. I mean,
Not
even,
something I can go and print out on fucking
Yeah.
Google Images.
yeah. Oh, I entered the prompt into what is it, Copilot? You know,
Yeah.
and it gave me this picture, and that's what I'm selling you.
I added the comma correctly, so it gave me the right picture.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy, man. Because you're right. As an artist, you're cutting your own. I mean, if you're selling AI art, you're
Yeah.
cutting your fucking hands off,
Yeah.
man. That's what you're doing.
What's funny is like Adobe, they create, you know, the Photoshop and Illustrator, like these big programs that is geared for artists to use, but they're also the ones that are at the forefront with AI art.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like your customer base is artists,
Yeah.
but
You're abusing.
but you're screwing them out of money by creating these high end, you know, AI artwork, you know, and it's like that. Yeah. It's stupid.
You know what's crazy? As a business owner, obviously my algorithm feeds is kind of like allocated to a little bit like business prompts and ideas and stuff. So there's actually a company out there that you pay a monthly subscription and they take over your handles. And what it is, it just does all your posts for you, all the pictures and images. You just tell it what it wants, and it just AI generates everything. And I'm like, that's crazy.
What is this? To make this easier for me.
Yeah, but there's like websites and stuff and like subscription fees that like literally takes over websites and just literally has AI does everything for you.
You know,
I'm like,
but see, in a way, it's kind of like, so like people that follow your pages. Now it kind of sucks. Is like, well, what am I actually
what's
following?
genuine?
This isn't Tim's ideas.
Yeah.
These aren't his thoughts. This is a computer that just prompted it. You know.
Exactly.
And what's sad is that AI will actually reply to people that comment.
That's crazy as shit.
Just these generic, hey, thanks for the share, thanks for the follow.
Give us a like and follow.
Yeah. Check us out.
And it says the same thing for 100
Dang,
times.
my job's
Yeah.
at
You know.
risk. I'm just kidding.
Nah, we're original here. We're
For now.
For
For
now.
now.
For now.
Until the money starts.
Till the money
rolling.
starts
Yeah.
flowing in.
And I got to find some way to park my Lamborghini because I can't park it in the front. You know, I got a subscription-based Porsche outside.
Oh my
There
God.
you go.
That allows me to get in there and take Snapchats and TikToks from my.
You don't even
my
have to
mirror.
drive. You can sit in the back seat
Yeah.
and take pictures while the car drives itself.
Yeah. Hey guys, thanks for following. Bam, hit a fucking pole or something. I'm like, oh man, I didn't pay that subscription. My bad.
Man, so what do you do if that car's in the shop for like 2 months? Be like, hey, you call them, be like, hey, you can refund my subscription because I wasn't using it for the whole time.
No, sir. Those aren't the terms and agreements that you signed.
Yeah,
Probably.
Did you read the fine print?
Yeah.
Which who reads that, right?
Well, Stan doesn't.
Stan.
Did you ever see that one?
No, what?
Oh, South Park, where he's like, everybody's like, oh no, I just agreed to it. He's like, what do you mean? You didn't read the terms and agreements?
Oh, shit.
He's like, wait a minute, no one does. And everybody, and the whole episode is like, yeah, we all read it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's like,
I haven't seen that one.
It's hilarious because they get them to work at a factory, right, or some shit like that. It's like, yeah, dude, it was in the terms and agreements. You agreed to this.
South Park is such an awoke show. Like,
It's great.
It's so like in depth as to what's actually going on.
Oh, yeah.
And the fact it uses kids, like it's so genius. It's so genius that the fact that you like use kids to like tell people what's wrong with the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, I love South Park.
Unfortunately,
great,
some people
yeah.
can't
It's so
take the
good.
joke because
No, they can't.
People
what's
get
that-
upset.
Yeah, what's that chick that plays Snow White? She's suing them for $100 million.
I think so.
They're in
Yeah.
a lawsuit right now. Because they made fun of her.
So
And I'm like, yeah,
I read
Snow
this
White
article.
was trash.
Paramount Plus is paying for rights to show South Park, but they are banning some episodes.
Yeah. I
And
believe
then they
that.
showed a list. I didn't realize there's already like 60 episodes that are banned. Just period. You can't see them. They were just banned from the get go. I'm like, damn, there's that many episodes that nobody's ever seen because they've been banned right off the top. Yeah. And now Paramount's like, we're going to add to that list if it shows on our network.
Ooh,
No.
That's crazy.
that
Well,
sucks.
there's so much for free speech, right?
Yeah. So let me change this real quick because we were talking a little bit off air and we were asking you about boba.
Yeah. You're asking what boba is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what essentially it's tapioca starch, right? So it's easier for me because I have a machine at my shop. But long story short, it's going to be it's a process similar to what making like bread dough is. So but instead of using flour, we're using tapioca starch because fun fact, tapioca is a binder.
Closer to-
Sorry. So tapioca is a binder. So you don't
Oh, okay.
you don't have to it doesn't need gluten. So that's what it is. So we knead it all together into a nice dough-like consistency, and they have a machine that I feed it, and the machine just rolls it all into little balls. And like I said, I make about 200 to 300 grams a day. But in the sense of making it, because after you make it into those balls, it's not done yet. It has to be boiled, and boiled and then reduced in brown sugar to get more flavor as well. So in that process is like another like 2 hours.
No kidding.
Wow.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of time involved.
Oh yeah. So me and my wife, like literally every day, we go to the boba shop like 2 hours before to start boba, because it's a time process. We can't really just like skip it, because if you skip it, you really do taste the differences. It's kind of like a time oriented thing, and like you can't just skip a step, because if you skip a step, you ruin the whole process. You know,
Okay.
I've had multiple customers come to me just loving my boba, and they've had boba plenty of places, but it's just the fact that like I'm willing to come every day for 2 hours and not like, and I just make boba.
Yeah.
Make sure
You know,
it's-
that's
crazy.
make sure
Yeah.
it's-
Yeah, but in the sense of what it is, it's kind of, I consider it like, it's definitely not healthy. Like I don't recommend you drinking like 3 of them a day, but it's definitely like your treat for the day. You know,
Okay.
it's kind of like
That's your little nice little sweetness.
nice little sweetness. You know, like a kind of like a horchata or like a aqua fresca.
Oh, yeah.
You know, like
Okay, yeah.
Like, you know, you're a sweet beverage that you deserve. It's like
It's your
just-
vice.
Yeah,
Treat,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So and that's what I have. So that's one of them. And then I have popping pearls, and I have jellies as well. And the popping pearls is real fun. It's literally juice filled, so they literally pop in your mouth. I think in American
What
culture,
Sonic has with their little. or they try-
yeah. I saw Sonic brought that out, and some real popular in froyo too. They like to use as froyo toppings.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
I've seen that before. That's right.
And a fun fact too. So a lot of my stuff is actually, so my jellies and my boba is actually like vegan friendly, because I use agar agar for all my jellies, which is a different type of binder, instead of using like gluten or like a what is it that Jello has that makes it like
The
not
gelatin?
vegan? Yeah, it's
Oh.
a gelatin. Yeah, because it's made of like animal parts. Or
Yeah,
something
yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
It's fat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my jelly is made with agar agar, so it's made with seaweed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But you don't taste it obviously, but yeah, it's vegan, it's healthy.
It's a healthy binder.
Yeah, it's a healthy
Yeah.
binder, but it's definitely sweet because the amount of sugar and the fruits in there.
Can't
the
be bad
tea.
as a 20-ounce bottle of Coke, though.
No, it's definitely not as bad as
Yeah.
that. No. And the other half is just like, I put a lot of love into my tea, my water. Like a lot of people don't realize, I have a 5-stage osmosis. So
5 stage.
System, right.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah. And it goes straight to my teas and my ice, and like you could taste the difference.
Oh,
like,
dude.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can
Oh,
see
wow.
my jasmine tea. It's like clear, and like I put a lot of love, and like, and all my teas are loose leaf too. Like none of it's powder.
Oh,
Oh, shit,
wow.
okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I put a lot of love into this, because this is where like I grew up, because I'm from Los Angeles. So I grew up in like East LA. I grew up in Chinatown. I grew up with boba in my hand, and so I had a particular taste. When I came here, I was like, I know what I want, because if I want it then, I'm gonna want it now. And
Yeah.
so far, it's picking up real nice. It's picking up real
That's
nice.
nice, man.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
cool
That's
that-
cool, though.
Yeah.
Did you have to do a lot of research, or you just kind of already knew?
I already kind of knew it, because boba and this whole thing was kind of already like integrated in my culture. It's one of those things that like when I lived out in Los Angeles, me and my family, every time we went out to the city, you know, as a kid, that's what I would get. My mom and dad and aunts and uncles would get like an iced coffee. As a kid, I'll get my boba. And you know,
Okay.
they had their adult drink, I had my kid drink, and then as I grew older, I still kept with the boba.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Kind of like the anime.
Yeah, exactly. So
Hell
you know, it's
yeah.
all about like kind of keeping the kid in you, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nothing wrong with that.
Cool. No, man. Yeah, because these adults suck nowadays.
No, 100%.
It's like, hey, man, you need to remember when you were a kid, bro.
Yes.
No, facts. And I feel like that's where like money and dreams really start coming to fruition, is because like once you realize that like you got to feed the little kid in you to actually be happy, that's when things started like not necessarily rolling, but I was like, it started to make sense, because how me and my wife, before we opened up the boba business, we had the opportunity to become like whatever we wanted. You know, we could have done a coffee shop, we could have done a basic tea shop like HTO. And I told her, I was like, why? You know, let's think about this. Like, every time we go out of town, what are we getting?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like what's the thing? I'm always like, hey babe, let's get this, since you don't have this in Angelo. Like, what am I always getting? I was like, you know what? It's boba for me. As an Asian person out here in West Texas, there's not very much like authentic boba, you know, and that's what I provide. I give authentic boba in an American face, because I recognize that like it's hard for people that doesn't know what boba is to go into a boba establishment and try to order confidently, because that shit's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit's hard, especially if you go into a true traditional like boba style. Like most boba style places, kind of like Subway. You build your drink. You go over there and tell them, I want a Thai tea with boba and condensed milk, and I kind of like Starbucks, where you just kind of like tell them your drink. It's not just like,
Yeah.
I want a coffee, because if you just tell them that, they're just going to give you a coffee. And now you're looking at them, be like, what the fuck is this? I expected cream or sugar and everything.
Yeah,
But
I
it's
want
like,
a cold brew.
Yeah.
with almond milk.
but it's like, you just told me coffee.
Yeah.
So that's why Snowberry T, I gave it a little bit more passion and love, because I recognize that. So all my drinks are pre-made. Like all my drinks, they have boba or jellies or popping pearls. There's no real thinking about it. If the drink sounds good, it's ready.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know? There's
Just
no,
make it easy.
Yeah, just make it easy.
Yeah.
You know, and eventually, you know, my dream goal is to have like a Subway style, but that's not until like I see my customers and the people around me actually recognize that, like, you know, I have customers here and that come to me and like, yo, I'm gonna make a custom drink, and it makes me happy because that's what I want.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's what I want. I want people to know what they want, because this is a whole different culture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I respect that. You know, I'm not trying to force it down people's throats 100%, but it's
Yeah.
more of like, if I make it simple for you, and then if you like it so much, you're gonna come back and ask me what it is.
Yeah.
And
I guess
then-
that's where the menu comes in too, right? Because you
Yeah.
need to make your own menu, and you try to go out there, try to go a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit crazy
yeah.
with it. Because I mean, I have seen that, you know, where I ate at a restaurant one time, and this guy went to culinary school, you know, and he's just same old rinse and repeat. They just want this.
I was about to bring this story up to you because that's what it reminded me of.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I'm sitting there, and the guy was all like, you know, I'm looking through the menu. I've never been to this restaurant before, and I'm like, hey man, I want to try this, and I want to try this, and I want to try this, and he's just like, oh shit.
You got
Got all
excited.
excited. I'm like, oh, finally, man! I have to get, you know, I get away from the regular shit. And he's like, he's like, y'all like to try stuff out? I'm like, yeah, dude, that's what we're here for. He's like, man, he's got all excited. He's like, man, this one's on me. And he sat there and he's whipping up this nice sea urchin for us and stuff, putting it on whatever. And boy, he was so excited. He's just like, dude, he pulled out his little propane torch. He's sitting there burning some skin and stuff like that.
So now he gets to do what he
loved
and what
to
he
do.
was trained to do.
Yes,
Yeah.
he could actually, instead of, it's like going to culinary school, but I'm like, hey, we're going to put you on the line at McDonald's. You know, just like, oh, I'm doing this over and over again. You know, and he's like, man, these people, because I was talk with him, right? He's like, these people don't try anything. It's just same old the
thing.
safe stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, you guys show up and you're cool with the sea urchin. You're cool with like all these. We had snail there at escargot. I was like, boy, this is good. God, he's like, I'm glad you guys came in today, you know.
Yeah.
And he comped a lot of the meal, you know, because he's like, dude, I was just glad to be able to make it. That's it.
And that's kind of like where I'm at. You know, I'm just happy to make it. I'm happy to introduce it. I love the fact that people come in there and be like, I want Thai tea, I want black tea, I want jasmine tea with this. You know, it may sound super weird that I like how picky customers, but I love the fact, because I know the fact that you're learning my culture. You're learning something new, something different.
That's awesome, man.
And, you know, it's kind of like, you know, I feel like I'm doing my job.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm doing my job as a boba owner in the business, because the other half is just like, outside of the boba, it's just like, I really want to create a safe space, you know, especially for the younger kids, man. Like, I grew up at Hastings, you know, like I said, I'm kind of like a San Angelo native. So, like, I understand that, like, man, there's nowhere to go for these freaking kids, dude.
Yeah.
Like, even, I understand the mall's still there, but the mall's the mall. But, like, when I was a kid and young, dude, I didn't want to be trapped at the mall. I went to Hastings. I went to the mall. I went to downtown. I went to the skate park. Like, I was walking around town. But now, like, there isn't really anywhere for kids to go, because no one really wants kids because they don't have money, which I respect. But at the same time, I'm just like, I was that broke kid, too.
Yeah. If you could, I mean, that's fucking, yeah, I think you're onto something there, because I was for the longest time like, God, what do I want to do? Because I don't want to do this no more.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm sitting there looking, I was like, future shit. You know, I was like, oh man, what are people going to like in the future? But I'm missing out the whole fact that, man, what's the stuff I used to do as a kid that's not around no more? That I would love to sit in a shop.
Bring it back.
And, read some fucking comic books, read a book, have, you know, music that's sitting there blaring. People come out and hang out.
Yeah.
And you're right. There is nothing really like that.
No, I mean, like, shoot, even the sense, I actually went out to, what was it? City Limits, what was it, last week on Friday? I haven't been out to like a bar or club in like, my kids are like, what, 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
I went out, I was so like culture shocked. Even then, like, even looking at before COVID, like, the way we socially gather as human beings now is so weird. Like, people just gather
Awkward.
and look at their phones.
Yes.
That is weird.
And it's just like, whoa, we need a reality check, guys. Like, there's
Yeah.
like 10
Yeah.
people sitting at this table, and why is like over half of us on our phone, not engaging in at least some type of conversation, you know?
Yeah.
And, you know, I feel like that's kind of what we need to do as kind of like older people, is to teach these kids that, like,
Bring them back.
bring them back to reality. There's nothing wrong with the phones. Hell, I grew up with, I didn't, you know, the benefit about us is we grew up with technology in the sense that we saw it grow.
Yes.
We
Yeah.
saw it grow. We know what it is. But these kids, they don't know what it came from. They just my
They had an
my
iPad in
daughter's
their hand.
yeah, my daughter's growing up to she could ask Siri for the damn homework answers.
Yeah.
You know, like that's the
Yeah.
actual thing. Like
Yeah.
like when I was a kid, like that wasn't a thing. Like my
No.
parents didn't know. I'm asked out. Like I gotta wait 24 hours until I see the teacher the next day.
Yeah.
You know, but now it's like, hey Siri, what's 2 + 2? You know, like, and that's the difference.
man.
It's just
Bust
like,
out the Encyclopedia
Yeah.
Britannica.
and there's nothing wrong. But like I said, nothing wrong with technology. But we need to teach these kids and younger people how to like hang out and
Yes.
how to like
Social
be
skills.
social skills, yeah. Especially because, like I said, COVID messed it up, man.
Yeah,
Oh,
for
sure.
sure.
Absolutely.
Messed it up.
Yeah.
Like I felt sorry for all the high schoolers that went through COVID because man, they missed out such an important part of their life because now they had to end up being at home and looking through a screen.
Yeah.
And it's just like that's an important part of your life.
Yeah. It's scary, man.
It's scary, yeah.
So what do you think about this law they want to pass in Texas, man? That basically
Oh, for
outlaw
kids
social
Social media was
under 18 or
Under
something?
18.
I think it's honestly, I think it's healthy. You know,
I think
honestly,
it's
I
good.
think it's healthy to an extent, right? Like reason being is because like as a kid, you know, I'm not taking away like influencers or anything like that, but you should start early if you figure out you want to be a model, right?
Yeah.
In the sense of like,
yeah.
or if like you want to be an artist, there's nothing wrong. But I guess in the sense to be like what parental guidance and like if you're under 18, you should have restricted views, right? You shouldn't be
Yeah.
like. I think as Americans we should take more serious as to like parental guidelines and like ratings. You know, I remember
Yeah.
back in the day, you couldn't go to an R-rated movie back in the day without an adult. Nowadays is
They don't care.
what it is the adult buys the ticket online, the kid picks it up.
Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
just like
You ain't got to talk to nobody
You ain't
either.
gotta
You can
talk to
just
nobody,
go
yeah.
scan your shit and keep and go. Oh man, that's fucking. You're right, man.
yeah.
Oh, because I mean, there's a lot of stuff that these kids are going to be missing out on. The stuff that they're really good at, whether it be art, whether it be anything, because it's so easy to like. I'm real quick. I'm gonna scroll through Facebook. I'm gonna scroll through TikTok. By the time they know it, 2 hours have passed.
Facts.
You know, and I'm like, hey, all your day's gone, man. All your day's gone. You didn't accomplish anything. All your goals that you claimed you wanted to do are gone.
Yeah.
Because this whole, and you know, they spend a lot of money on, you know, on the way they set up their Facebooks, the way,
Yeah.
like with colors and stuff like that, and the
Yeah.
stuff that flashes. Like they want you. It's just it's an addicting thing.
Yeah.
And they want you here. You know, they want you engaging.
They want you to
because
stay doom scrolling. Like the fact that we had
Yes.
to come up with a brand new definition to what this
it-
is.
yes.
That's how you know it's a problem.
Yep.
Like doom scrolling. That's a real problem in America right now. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm a victim of it too. Like you'll catch me doom scrolling, especially when I'm tired. Like especially my long ass tired day. I sit down on my couch and after finish eating, pop on my phone, dude. I ended up like an hour and a half deep with just doom scrolling, and I'm like.
Yeah.
What the heck? I could have just watched TV with my wife instead of me and my wife sitting next to each other doom scrolling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you're right, dude. What I notice a lot, especially when you were saying earlier, going to like to a restaurant, getting something to eat, you see people on their phones. What I am seeing is a huge amount of kids that are 5 and under with glasses.
Yes, and that's because of the iPads.
Yep.
That's 100% because of the iPads. Because like, dude, you know, I've had 2019 vision for my whole life, and then all the way up until I worked insurance, because I started working insurance like at 23 or something like that, and I sat in that office for like 2 years, a year and a half, and my eyesight started going away because I was staring at that fucking
Screen, yes.
for like 8 hours for 5 days a week for a year and a half. Like, yeah, it was bad. I mean, to the point, like, I actually told my wife, and I was like, babe, I think I developed a stigma to the point, because, like, I'm driving at night sometimes, and I just see glares, and I'm like, this is crazy. Like, my vision was never like this until I worked at that office.
Oh, wow. I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it's that screen, because the amount of kids that I see with glasses now, it's staggering.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm like, wait a minute. It's almost like these things are happening and no one notices it.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like,
As I shut my
Yeah.
computer.
as you said, your computer. But yeah, like I was telling him, there's just kids that like when I go out to restaurants or I see these kids out, the amount of little kids with glasses.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, there's an epidemic. There's something happening.
No,
of course, you're not gonna hear it from the people that it's kind of like that whole the dentist thing, you know. 9 out of 10 dentists agree that this fucking toothpaste is the best.
Yeah.
You know, it's that silent. We're not gonna bring it up until someone brings it up.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm like, there's an epidemic here. These kids can't see. You know, they're having to have glasses. They're having to do all this.
The screen time was supposed to have been limited, and
Yeah.
nobody does the limits. Like nobody.
I know we all get our notifications, right? And I'm sure people that are listening here and know this too, but once a week, your phone blares at you. You have averaged X amount of hours.
Yeah, I pay attention to that thing, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, it's crazy.
I try to bring mine down, man.
Yeah,
like
same.
Yep.
It's like a game at this point.
Yep, it is. It is. It's sad because I'm sitting there. I went from 10 hours a day, and I'm like, I mean, of course, I have my phone on, and I have it, you know, on my phone holder while I'm driving, so it's on, you know. But I've been trying to get it down. I have not been able to get it down under 8 hours.
Damn it.
8 hours of screen time is what my shit.
That's a whole job.
Yeah, that is it.
That's a whole job.
That's a whole fucking productive day for somebody.
Do you ever look at how it breaks it down, like what your screen time? Like,
Nah, I don't.
like I'll look at the graph and it says,
Oh,
well,
yeah.
what are you? Is it social? Is it productivity? Like what is your biggest one? You know,
Yeah.
what do you? You don't know.
No, I don't. I've never looked at it. I'm just like, oh man, that's bad. That's so bad.
Well, I feel like ours is going to be kind of high anyway because of
Well, when
the pod and
because of the podcast.
Yeah.
Well, so my
That's fair.
editing that adds to it. All the editing. I'm sure Tiffany with her when she pulls clips, that's a hell of a lot of screen time right there.
yeah.
yeah.
So I mean, but that should all go down as productivity. I would think instead of like social or entertainment. I think that's the other.
I don't know.
But at the end of the day, you're still looking at.
You're
that.
still on the
You're
screen.
You're still
Yeah,
looking
on
at
the
that
screen.
screen.
This is true.
You're
Yeah,
still looking at that
Still
screen.
on the screen.
Like one thing I kind of learned to look out for is like I actually want to look at was it blue light lenses. I found out that a lot of people
Blue light's
who
bad.
I found out that a lot of people who aren't blind just wear blue light lenses just because blue light's just bad. Like LED lights and everything like
you can't
that.
you can't even sleep well if you've had too much blue light. Yeah.
Yeah, and this is crazy. Like, and our phones and screens and all these new cars, everything has blue light, and it's just like,
yeah.
man, we're gonna be blind.
Oh,
bro.
yeah.
Well, hell, look at our TV
sorry for these
sizes
next kids.
too. If you think about it, our
The
TV
TV
sizes are
sizes.
big.
They got to get bigger.
They're gonna get bigger. Yeah.
Bigger, more megapixel.
Have you seen this new style of TV where it's like I think me and you were talking about they're tiles.
Oh, yeah.
You want a bigger TV, buy
I
more
remember us
tiles,
talking
and you
about
just
Oh yeah,
add more
yeah. You
tiles.
stack it. Yeah. See, that's crazy.
I mean, I don't know, bro. I'm so worried. I'm especially for my kids. You know, that you're right. They're growing up in this. They're growing up with this technology, and it's just like God. I hope you can get out of this fucking one-sided. I have to go to work.
But you have to show them something else different because if that's all they know, they are not going to be able to get out of it.
Yeah. Gotta show them how to break the cycle.
Well, when they go to school, I mean, they use tablets, so they're on the screens regardless.
Yeah, no, 100%.
That's what I'm saying. You've got to show them different. Show them board games, something, anything.
Yeah.
Be like,
Yeah.
there's other ways to have a good time.
I let them get bored. Like I tell them, turn your phones off.
That's a good thing.
I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
yeah,
good.
Because that's
need
when your
boredom.
imagination kicks in and you figure out a way to entertain
Yeah.
yourself. Because that's what we did.
Yeah.
You know,
I take mine fishing.
And
fishing is great.
And
Fishing
I
is
think there was a
great.
study. There was actually a study that showed why kids are so addicted to iPads, and it makes sense after like I read the study. But the reason kids are so addicted to iPads is because they win, in the sense of video games or whatever you're doing. Is the amount of endorphins they get. And the thing is, teaching kids on an iPad and teaching that in real life. When you do stuff in real life, you put effort. It takes time. Sometimes you won't get it on the first try, and sometimes you don't get that endorphins right away. Compared to iPad, hey, you could grind it out.
Instant. Yeah.
Instant. It's instant dopamine.
yeah.
Back.
Instant
back,
gratification.
back. You know, so we gotta teach these kids how to like, if you work hard, dude, it feels even better when you win.
Yeah.
And that's
Oh, yeah.
and that's kind of like the difference between the
Oh,
iPad.
that's
You know, like
That's so nuts you say that because
Yeah.
have you ever been playing a game and you can't beat a certain level?
oh yeah,
But the level gets easier.
Mm-hmm.
It just gets easy.
I didn't.
You never really paid attention?
uh-uh.
Yeah.
Play it.
I have.
If you ever play a game, you're just like, God, this is so hard. I can't get past this. Play it a couple times.
yeah.
Play it a couple more times and you'll win.
Eventually, it like eases it up.
Yeah, it makes it easy. And I'm like, wait a minute. Why did this thing like this? I can't remember what game it was, but I'm like, I can't get to this guy. But a couple tries later, it made it easy so to get on to the next level.
You know, it wasn't like that. The original Super Mario Brothers. That shit stayed the same all the way through.
All the way through.
All the way through.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, 100%.
that's funny. That turtle's in a different spot though.
That damn turtle.
I remember
Yeah.
that turtle. That's funny. Yeah, but it's that. It's like instead of you getting frustrated, you closing your tablet and moving on. Make it easy. Make it easy. Just keep them engaged.
Yeah.
Because some of these new games, you pay a little bit and then it's going to jump to an advertisement.
They just want to keep you on
Yeah,
it.
they just want to keep you on. That's it.
Damn.
But I mean, they paid a lot of money to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
They do
Oh
the
yeah,
research.
I know.
They do the
You know,
research.
whenever I was doing these art classes, I had to do like one of the courses like a marketing, and it talks about like color theory and the emotions that different colors bring out in you. You know, some of them is excitement, some of it's worry. If you notice, like in a lot of advertisements, you know, if you really, really pay attention, even like blue light, there's like some of the advertisements, there's a little bit more of an overall tone.
Yeah.
You know, like you have the advertisement, but just look at the screen, the tone of it. You know,
Yeah.
it's just a little bit different. You know, but it
Yeah.
evokes an emotion in you.
It's funny you say that because I was watching this prescription commercial and everybody's happy. I can't remember what the prescription was, right?
Was there a lot of yellow? Was there a lot of
Like
yellow?
There was a lot of yellows, a lot of stuff like that,
Probably
right?
Yellows and greens.
Yeah.
The
And I'm sitting there
flowers
watching,
in the
they're
field.
having this fun time on this beach and stuff like that. And he's like, for anxiety, such and such. And I'm sitting there looking at it. I'm like, wow, that's not even like your patient. That's not even your patient. That's the doctor who got a kickback.
That's
from the-
right.
Oh my God.
He's the one going out.
Yeah.
Look, he's having so much fun.
And then when they read off the side effects,
Yeah.
like, oh my god, it's worse than the actual.
It's called dizziness. Dizziness, prostate cancer, bleeding from the anus.
All I had was a headache.
It's so bad, bro. Suicidal thoughts. And I'm like,
Man,
this is so horrible.
Yeah.
It's-
man, they pay people big money. You know, psychologists, they pay artists, they pay people that have all this shit figured out whenever they do these advertisements.
yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's a science. It's
It
a
is.
Yeah,
science.
they've really gotten it down.
like boba.
It is.
Like
It's an
boba.
art.
Boba's an art.
Yeah.
That's not a science. That's an art.
It's an art. It's still science because you got to put all that shit together, cook it, make sure it's all
There's a little
right.
chemistry.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
too.
just a little bit of
chemistry.
chemistry. Just a little chemistry.
Yeah, it's like the Heisenberg of boba.
Yeah, exactly, man.
That's a compliment.
Yeah,
No,
that's
you're
it.
good. You're good.
Yeah, he saw some good stuff. You gotta have like a signature. Oh,
He's got
man.
that
I was
blue.
gonna say, like,
that
what are
blue
your, like,
bubble.
top
Blue boba.
drinks?
God.
Like top 3 drinks.
So my personal top drinks is right now was one of my newer drinks. I call it the Mango Tango. It's my version of like a mango nada.
Okay.
So it's a jasmine tea base. It's gonna be a blended with mango. It's gonna have mango popping pearls and jellies with a tahini and chamoy. So it's like I said, it's like my version of a mango nada, but it has like the bobas and all that.
That sounds
Super
badass.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's super good. Like I grew up on mango nada, so I was like, why can't I just do this with boba? And I did it, and it's really good.
That's
yeah.
badass.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I'm about to make a trip.
So
up
that's
there.
one of them. Another
Sure.
one's was it my uzumaki? That's my Thai tea. That's going to be like an Asian man sweet tea because like traditionally like Thai tea is the only tea that you sweeten after brewing. Kind of like Texas sweet tea.
Okay.
Okay.
That-
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Because like after Texas sweet tea, you're throwing all your sugar, mix it up. I do that with my Thai tea. I don't do that with black tea. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And the Thai tea then actually has that crazy orange color too. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's one of my favorites because, like I say, it's an Asian man sweet tea. Because let's say, I know the big thing for a lot of people is when Texans leave Texas, you don't find sweet tea.
Yep.
The compromise is instead of trying to find sweet tea, go to an Asian place, ask for Thai tea. Because, like I
Ooh,
said,
okay.
Thai tea is the Asian man's version of sweet tea.
Yeah.
Because that's the only tea that we sweeten after brewing. Or if not, we sweeten the hell out of it because we recognize that's a tea that's sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. You can even order it black too. Yeah,
That's actually
yeah.
badass. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I put a lot of my cousins onto that too because it's really good too. And Thai tea is not just the reason it's called Thai tea is because it's actually a blend of five different black teas
Okay.
put into one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Damn.
Very cool.
Yeah.
What's like the most healthy tea? to
Healthy drink that I have.
that you have?
Let's see. If you're sense, probably my jasmine tea. In all honesty, my jasmine tea is lightly caffeinated, super, not necessarily plain, but clean tasting. There we go.
Okay.
Tastes super clean. If you just drink that by itself, it's honestly just a damn good tea. And I same thing for my green tea as well, my Thai tea. Like honestly, a lot of my teas are healthy if you just get them by themselves. And I have
Yeah.
a lot of customers that do just want my teas by themselves because it's just good.
Yeah.
And they actually are healthy. Like,
God damn. That's yeah.
but I add sugar because I'm like, you know, like I got that sweet tooth.
Yeah. Oh no. Trust me. I know. I know all about sweet tooth. Yeah. That's crazy though.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Boba tea,
you
man.
guys
I'm about to go
have
by there and get me some.
Yeah, dude. God damn it. What's it called again? With the tahini and chamoy.
Yeah, the mango tango.
Mango
Mango
Tango.
tango.
Yeah.
That sounds good, right?
It does. I don't know what it's like. Maybe take a little tequila with me.
Yeah.
Throw it in there and like spike it.
Tequila boba.
Dude, doesn't that sound good?
Tequila boba. I don't know.
Some of that.
Would that work?
I think so. In all honesty,
Oh shit.
Yeah.
so yeah, because it's super sweet. It'll be like oh my god,
Whoa.
I guess like a peach or twisted teas. There we go.
Oh,
Twisted teas.
okay.
Yeah.
Whoa. You just did something.
I know.
Yeah.
There you go. You can have that.
It's funny to say that because I've actually been thinking about doing something like this. I kind of want to do like a BYOB because like I know I can't have it. I don't have. I
Without the
can't have them.
license
Yeah.
and stuff.
But the go around is people could bring alcohol into my establishment as long as I ID check them and all that stuff, which is great. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But I could sell you guys like in a sense like mixers, you know,
Oh, okay.
because I have a sealer at my shop. I don't use lids. I heat seal all my 24-ounce cups.
Oh, okay,
So the
okay.
cool thing is about me is I could sell you a mixer ready for your shot.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know, like
Kind of like what God damn it. I had it in my head. I was like, I'm losing my mind here. The one, but they did more of it was a wine base.
yeah.
Yeah.
Eskimo?
See, there you go. Eskimo
Yeah,
Hut.
yeah,
okay.
I don't know. Just forgot all about that. Oh, that actually would. I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah,
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like selling your setup, man.
a good idea.
Yeah. But right now I just got shaved ice because I don't want to really mess with alcohol. My alcohol gets real.
Oh yeah, you just wrote
There's
that.
a lot of red tape there. Yeah.
Very
lot of red
much.
tape. But I got shaved ice now. I got
Hey.
shaved ice, and that's pretty dope. I little fun things like with my shaved ice. I got shaved ice. Then I have my syrups because I got like dragon fruit, honeydew, syrup, chocolate. Was it mango, strawberry? I
Okay.
have a lot, and then I put condensed milk. I have condensed milk, and I put my toppings on top. So like either boba, jellies. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's like it's a different type of shaved ice. Yeah.
When you're coming up with these different flavors, I mean, are you just coming up with them and trying them and like,
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's funny because like my wife will see me like, because sometimes I don't really care. I'm just like, if it tastes like dog shit, it tastes like dog shit. I gotta try it. Like you don't know if you
you
can
don't
try
know.
it.
yeah.
Because like my thing is just like, dude, if I mix all this together, what's the worst thing that's gonna happen? Like I pass out and puke.
Yeah.
Probably not, in all honesty, but
Yeah.
but that's probably the worst thing that happen. So I try a bunch of weird stuff. Like I like to limit test to see what tastes like dog water and not.
Yeah.
And I'm super strict. Like my wife would tell me like I'm way too strict with her in the sense of like what I'm allowed to put on the menu because like even if it's not aesthetically pleasing, I'm like, no, we're not gonna launch that. She's like, why? It tastes so good because I'm like, because it's freaking ugly.
Yeah. It's got a brown
Like,
color to it.
Yeah, 100%. She's like, but it tastes good. I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that because marketing wise, the eyes eat first.
Yes. Got to
The
be
eyes
appealing.
always eat first.
Yeah.
That's true.
And you know, if it doesn't pass the eye check, it's probably not going to reach your mouth.
Yeah.
That's
know.
true. That's very true.
And I do a lot of things like that too. Because a little fun fact, me and my wife actually went to a coffee school. Yeah.
There's hold on. There's a coffee school.
Yeah, dude. Oh my gosh, there's
There's a whole industry.
there's a whole science behind coffee. When like there's a whole science behind coffee.
Yeah.
Like down to brewing it, pressing it, espresso, the cold brews, like whole nine.
Yeah.
Like when I didn't realize that being a barista was an occupation. It's an occupation.
Oh yeah.
Kind of like it's even more serious than bartending. The only reason I say that is because like bartenders is they kind of like you go to the bar and you make good drinks, but like a barista, they usually travel the world, like because they kind of work in contracts. So they like go to like they'll go to like private bars out in Dubai and do coffee there for a couple months, and then they go to like Taiwan and do that for a couple months, and then come to America and stay here for a couple months, and kind of just keep traveling around and just like pushing their art. Because
Yeah.
there's also like latte competitions as well. There's latte art competitions.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know none of this.
Yeah. It's a
Wow.
real big industry.
That's
It's a real
crazy.
big
Yeah,
industry.
I knew about that. I didn't know there was a school. I thought it was just kind of one of those you learn on the job, and you kind of
Right.
get good at it.
So the reason me and my wife went was because we at the time we worked at it's now called Elohim's. Good coffee, by the way, great people. But before that it was called Zertz, and that's where me and my wife met. It was
Okay.
a coffee shop in it's still the same model as Elohim, but different owner. The
Here in
different owners. Yeah. It was.
Where's it at?
It used to.
Right in front of King Buffet.
Yeah. When it used to be like green and black and a bunch of lines on it.
It's that shipping container.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but it's-
okay.
Yeah. But it's all black now. But when it was used to be green and black, that's when my wife used to work there, and we were the managers. We would train everyone there, and the owner actually sent us over there. He was like, you guys are doing good. Might as well actually like have you certified. So we went there, and damn, we learned so much. I was like, coffee ain't the same no more, man. Like,
Yeah.
like now when I say that I kind of ruined easy access coffee for myself, I genuinely ruined it for
I
myself.
know, that's my wife.
Yeah.
Now, how long was this coffee school?
Oh, it was only like 4 days.
Okay, I got to sign my
days.
wife up for this.
Yeah,
'Cause she's a coffee person.
You could learn a lot. You could learn
Yeah.
a lot in those 4 days. And
The
with
only
my
part- yeah.
so mine was managerial. So mine was managerial and
Okay.
coffee making, or latte making. So I learned all the bases of all the coffees and learned how to like not necessarily manage the staff, but manage the staff within the coffee world. You know, just kind of be like, you know, not necessarily who cares about your employees, but it's just like make sure you teach your employees how to do this shit properly.
Yeah.
Because you're not just teaching your employees how to do this, you're teaching them the livelihood.
Yeah.
Because once you teach them how to make good coffee, that's a skill set they're going to take with them their whole life.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah. Because, you know, I thought about that. I was like, yeah, it's true. Because, yes, I'm not making coffee now. But what am I getting every morning? I'm getting a freaking coffee. You know, I'm getting a coffee. I'm making myself a coffee every morning. You know, it's caffeine. I can't get away from it. I love it. I'm addicted. Point blank.
It's a drug.
It is 100%.
It's a drug.
But after learning like everything that goes behind it, like the expressing and like roasting, like what a lot of people, the giant misconception that coffee is that dark brew means more coffee or means more caffeine.
Yeah.
It's actually the opposite. Light roast. You want your light roast. Your light roast gives you the most caffeine, but it does not taste like coffee.
Yeah.
And that's just the honest fact.
The darker the roast, the more it tastes like coffee. The lighter the roast, the less it tastes like it. Wow.
But with more caffeine.
Yeah.
But it has more caffeine because you're cooking the caffeine out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
God damn. See, I want to put my wife through school because that'd be cool for her to.
Yeah.
That's just a little gift for her to do.
Yeah.
That's why.
The only problem with that is like, okay, now
prepare yourself.
there you go.
for-
Prepare to buy a goddamn espresso machine.
Oh my gosh.
You know,
Those are
Yeah.
high.
Oh
dollar.
my God.
High dollars, yeah.
Yeah, no, never mind.
Yeah, no, don't do it.
I love
That's
you.
a good
You
idea.
like French press, right? French press coffee.
It's good. Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
French
French press
press
is
coffee.
good.
I really like that.
Honestly, working in coffee taught me how to appreciate water and like a good tasting water. Like before I worked in coffee, I didn't give a shit. I used to drink water out the hose. Like I was like, water's water.
Yeah.
What the fuck is fluoride? And then like,
It's good for your teeth.
What's cool? Yeah. The government cares.
The government cares.
and then like working at the coffee shop, you know, he had a 5-stage osmosis system, and like I tasted that. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, water's clear. Is that what water tastes like? I don't know. It just blew my mind. And then the fact that like the water quality that you put through your coffee and teas affect that
Oh yeah.
heavily. And like I don't know, it just blew me on like a whole ass like coffee and tea spiral. I was like, that's a whole different world I just learned about.
If I go to a restaurant and their water tastes like tap, like I'll order a water.
Yeah.
If it tastes like tap water, that food's gonna suck
100%.
because it's not. It's just tap
Yeah,
water.
yeah,
But if it's good filtered water, oh, that's gonna be good food.
Yeah.
I mean, it just is.
It's the small things you gotta pay attention to, like
Yeah.
like ice too. You gotta pay attention to like establishments ice, especially if they have like bigger ice cubes. You know, if it's clear, hey, that's probably good water. If it's super like
Cloudy.
oh, it's probably using tap water.
Yeah. So I wonder, man. So with these newer houses, they're being built because they're made out of PEX.
Yeah.
You know, put a lot of PEX in.
Oh, yeah.
So those are good candidates to put a 5-stage RO system in it because you couldn't put it in mine because it eat the copper.
Oh yeah, it eats the copper.
it-
up.
it-
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
copper
you
right up.
can actually. You can.
Huh?
So the way you'll bypass that is you would need to figure out as a consumer how you want to apply your water. So let's say you want to use 5-stage water at your sink and your kitchen only, or in your bathroom
okay.
only, and then you set up individual reservoir tanks with pumps
Oh, yeah.
that taps into your tap water.
See, I would like to take a shower in RO.
You can.
RO water.
You can set it up like that too.
Yeah.
You
But
put
after,
that- but you'll have to
run a new line.
specifically put that tank at your shower, so that way it only runs through that system right there.
Yeah.
It's either that, or you could like run it through your garage and just have separate lines running through everything. But it's possible.
Yeah.
It's
Just
possible.
go
But
spend some cash money.
yeah,
Yeah.
PEX ain't cheap.
No. No, PEX is actually pretty cheap. It's the connections.
it's a connection.
Well, yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to get at.
'Cause yeah, you can buy a 100-foot roll for like $30.
But then when you start
That
putting it together,
connections. That
and
shit's
then,
like,
and then the tool that you put the connections with.
okay, there's a secret to this.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do it.
You go and buy the tool, you keep your receipt. When you're done using the fucking
There you
thing,
go. Oh my
you
God.
return it and say there's something faulty with it.
There you go. That's the key. That's the key.
Because I'm like, there's $300 back in your pocket.
Oh yeah,
'Cause yeah, that's-
300. It's more than that.
nah, it's $300.
Oh, that's a low end one. Then.
Yeah, it's a Cobalt, but hey, it'll do the job.
Well, back whenever I was doing plumbing, nobody else had the rights to make it. It was this one company that that had the machine, and you had to buy it from them, and it was a company out of Italy.
Jeez.
Fucking stupid. I mean, it was like a $10,000 fucking gun. It wasn't very big, you know, and you had to plug it in. It wasn't even battery operated. You had to plug it in or have long ass extension cords and a generator, depending on where you were at. It was crazy.
No, nowadays, bro.
Yeah, now everybody has the rights. I guess after a while,
It's
your
after
copyright
7 years.
Is it after 7 years? Then other people can start making it.
Your patent gets. You still have the copyright to your.
But you have to renew it. It's up to you to renew it.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't, then it's just pretty much it goes out to the ether.
So everybody has rights.
But I
to
mean, with other companies, like if you go to China, China can get it because they take everybody.
I mean, who's the one who made it, right?
Yeah,
Like,
that's true.
you know,
Yeah.
They sit there and they'll make the shit anyways. They'll make a ton of it and sell it to everybody.
because once the thing is my head, it's just like once that company makes the mold, they're not going to get rid of the mold. Like,
No.
Oh
They're
yeah.
just going to keep on using it.
Yeah, they'll just like what China does, they just take your IP and then
Oh yeah.
they just
And then they're
make
like,
their own
we don't
shit.
care about your copyright laws.
Yeah.
Our laws don't conform to
apply
your
to-
laws. Yeah.
100%.
and it'll eventually make its way to into the market somehow.
Oh yeah.
So I guess once it hits there, it's like, dude, you might as well give up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Make
But the
shit
key
affordable.
is water. Good, clean water.
Yes.
So yeah, damn, maybe want to try your
Learning
boba.
something.
Yeah,
today.
Yeah, dude. Because I mean, five
stage
RO water.
Yeah. I put a lot of love into that water.
Obviously,
Yeah. To the whole business in general, in all honesty. Like I
Well,
said,
that's
it's like
awesome, though.
it's like my first. It is my first child. My first child, then my second child, then my third child.
Who's your favorite?
I mean, it's the one that brings in money, right?
That's right. That's right. The other ones are like this long 18-year investment.
Yeah. I gotta wait to cash that one in.
Yeah. Maybe one will take over the boba business.
There you
Right.
go.
There you
Dude,
go.
that's cool though. I just so you're just continuously experimenting with some new flavors.
Yeah.
Let me know. I'm trying to get into this thing, right? Where more of the healthy type of teas, you know, and I'm fixing to order a big bag of yerba mate. You ever heard that?
Yeah.
And I just to help lower my blood glucose and stuff like that, you know.
Isn't green tea like one of the healthiest teas? Or is
Yeah, there's a lot of
There's a black
antioxidants.
Oh, it's green tea.
Green tea.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I was like, if you ever come across that, if you ever get tap in that market, let me know. Cause
I wanted to dabble into yerba mate. My thing is, I don't like. Cause I'm a super traditional guy. That's my thing. I love being traditional. I like to give it authentic as possible. My thing is, I don't like the gourd sanitation because traditionally you're not supposed to wash those gourds.
oh yeah.
Because it's kind of like a coffee cup. You kind of like.
Oh, yeah.
You know, there's those rumors you're not supposed to wash a coffee cup because it got that stank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like these yerba mate gourds got that stank.
Got
You know
that
what I mean?
stank on
You're
it.
not supposed to wash them. In my head, and I'm like, that thing gonna fill me in a fucking home inspector. The freaking health inspector gonna come
that's
in.
right,
He gonna
that's
smell that thing and be like, bro,
Yeah.
no. And I'm like, nah. So
That's
I'm not gonna
funny.
bring it up. But only because I cannot do it traditionally enough for my personal taste.
I gotcha.
You know, it's kind of one of those things that like, if I'm not gonna do it right, don't do it at all.
That's right, man. That's right. So yeah, I guess it'll just be a home thing.
But
To be a
green
home
tea,
thing.
honestly, I recommend green tea. Definitely try out green tea. Even before you get the yerba mate, just definitely like start brewing yourself green tea. Like I'm not sure what you're using it for, but a lot of people who like to use it for like increase, like because it's also high in caffeine. Like green tea is high in caffeine, so people would like to replace it with their morning cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And it has more benefits because it's a better metabolizer, so it makes your body's metabolism go or work pretty hard.
Yeah.
So
Really?
a lot of people like to drink green tea before they go to bed because it helps them burn more calories.
Yes. See, the reason I was saying is because I mean, as a diabetic,
Yeah.
there is not a lot of places that you can go and get something healthy.
Yeah.
Like, dude, don't get me wrong. I splurge.
100%.
I
I
cheat a
understand.
lot and get sweet shit. You know, I cheat a lot. You know, but sometimes it's like I need to offset that by eating something
Trying
healthy,
something healthy.
trying
every once in
something
a while.
healthy. Like, I don't know where in town I can go and get five stage
honestly,
osmosis.
yeah.
Bro, that sounds delicious. I mean, just the water sounds delicious
Yeah,
to me.
definitely come on by.
You know, but there's not a lot of places in town you can actually go and get something healthy.
No.
You know, or like vegan. A lot of your stuff's
yeah.
vegan, so there's not a lot of places that you can go and do that. You know, say I just want to grab something quick and go. I don't grab coffee from Starbucks because that's not coffee to me.
No,
It's syrup.
Yeah, it's a milk. It's a shake to me is what it is.
100%.
You know, and I'm like, I don't want that. And then the closest thing that I can get where it's not going to sit there and jack me all up is gas station coffee.
Yeah.
But God, that is horrible.
That's a motor oil right there.
Yeah.
No.
I'm like, how long has it been sitting there? Oh, it's been burning for about 3 hours now. You know, because they get up, make it 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And by the time I get there, I'm like, oh, God, it tastes so burnt.
Sometimes it tastes real acidy.
Yes.
You get that, like, oh, man.
And then you go and you're like, I mean, I don't mean to talk, bad about nobody, but when someone's sitting there prepping the coffee and they got a face tattoo, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with face tattoos, but I'm just like, oh, you kind of look like you're. Some people, I shouldn't say face tattoos, but some of them people don't look very sanitary.
Oh,
That's fair.
Where
fair.
I'm just like,
You can have face tattoos and look clean.
yes.
But there is some
these
people
don't.
who.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a new term I learned for this. I think it's called hot Cheeto arms and just like that, like hot Cheeto vibes, like
Yeah. Where I'm just like, your hair's matted, and you're sitting there,
Yeah.
you're scrubbing the inside. I'm like, I think your hands got more wash, than the rest of your body is. Because it's because it has to. You're having to scrub the inside of that pot. And I'm just like, oh man, I don't want to drink this after you, and I'm just, it sucks. Sometimes I go in there, I need my cup of coffee.
Yeah.
God, I need my cup of coffee.
No, fair. Yeah, honestly, try to replace it with the green tea. It'll probably do you a lot more justice.
Yeah, I got to try that.
Try it, yeah.
Because, that was another thing. Because I'm like, you want something quick. Like the other day, I was like, I'm going to get something quick. Where can I go get something healthy?
Yeah.
Nowhere. What did I end up doing? Getting a goddamn burrito.
There you go.
And I'm like, nope, just get one. Just get one. Nope. I don't know. Then I'm driving out of the
Naturally
drive-thru,
so.
right? And I'm like, how the hell did I get two?
Mad at yourself.
It's like, what did I do? I'm my worst enemy, man. I was just like, all right, I guess I'm eating two burritos.
You went
And I
into
bet
autopilot and it just did it on its own.
Dude, have you ever done that?
Yes.
Well, I'm like, I'm gonna try to eat healthy, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm driving. I don't know why. It's like I'm in a different realm. Next thing you know, I look
You don't
down
realize that you've done this already.
and I'm going to take another bite of a burrito that I didn't know I just bought. I'm like, hold on, when did I buy this burrito? It's like habit, and I'm like, oh my god, you fat ass.
One side
It's
of your
so
brain
bad.
didn't
Yes,
realize it.
well, the other brain. Yeah, you're right. The other side of
The
the
other
brain
side's way stronger.
took over. It's like Patricia was there. Patricia wanted a fucking chimichanga from Stripes. It's so bad, but I'm just like, there's not. I wish. I mean, don't get me wrong. I cheat a lot because I'm like,
It's habit. A lot of it's habit.
Yeah, a lot of it's habit, but I love sweet stuff.
Yeah.
Sugar's addicting.
I mean,
Tell me about
It's
it.
very
I think
addicting.
it's one of those things.
What's your favorite sweet?
I would say that, but it's man, literally, it's like someone else's takes over. I mean, I don't know how other way to explain it. It's almost like, man, something's like those people
I
that just
believe
want
it.
to quit. Yeah.
That's
My
called
mom
addiction,
is like
sir.
that.
Oh, it's definitely an addiction.
Yeah, that's an addiction.
Definitely
right
an addiction.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm like, someone else took over and bought
Have you
this
ever
chimichanga.
heard people say that the sugar addiction is worse than the heroin addiction?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I've heard that.
You heard that
Honestly,
before?
I kind of believe it.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of believe it.
That's saying something
Yep.
like serious right there. You
Yeah.
know.
Like I go back to this documentary, man, and it's so great. It's called Fit to Fat to Fit.
Okay.
Okay. This guy, fit guy, he was a model. He's worked out every day, didn't understand. He's like, he was also a trainer, right? He's like, he didn't understand why some of these people could not stop their fucking habit. Could not. Why? What's wrong with you? Why do you? He's like, I can show you that it can be done. So he goes from fit to, he's like, I'm completely not working out for an entire year. I'm going to eat like garbage.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat like a normal person, like my clients. Stayed that way for 5 years because he could not. He's like, he would wake up and he's like, nah, I don't feel like working out today. So he would go in and grab a cheeseburger. And he came back when he's like, he literally stopped because he gained weight so fast in such a short amount of time. He got health problems.
Damn.
So he went to the doctor. He's like, you have to change what you're doing. He's like, I don't know why you pursued this. So he actually stuck back. He hired a trainer to train a trainer. Can you believe that? Lost the weight. And he's like, I have a whole new respect for people that
camera went out.
Okay.
got a whole new respect for people that say they can't lose the weight because he's like, I felt the addiction.
It's a struggle we never thought about.
And never thought about.
Never
thought about. And I'm like, wow, man. Like when people say, I know what I need to do. I need to be in the calorie deficit, and I know I need to work out and stuff like that.
Easier said than done, though, right?
Exactly, man. It's like telling a junkie, hey, man, you just got to put it down.
Yeah.
If it was that easy.
The worst thing for you is the fact that it's so accessible.
Oh, yeah.
It's
everywhere.
Like, I mean, there's literally sugar in everything. Everywhere you go, you can't avoid it.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I don't know what people are going to say. They're like, well, all you got to do is stop because why are other people skinny or stuff like that? But I think, like people, big people anyways, they've reached a certain threshold where it's like, you're past that threshold.
Yeah.
Try reeling that back in.
Right.
And it's like, hey, the goalpost has moved.
Another thing is, too, that me and my wife was talking about, because, like, we were talking about that, too, like obesity, because that's a thing we fear for our kids. It's just like, I think what it is just like how, not necessarily, it kind of stems from the parents.
Yes.
It's like if the parents is okay with being a little bit overweight, of course your kids is going to be okay with it being a little bit overweight, and vice versa. So I think it's like kind of important for the kids to be like this, or the parents to be like, yo, healthy lifestyle.
Yes. And the other thing is like me being Mexicano, growing up, it was like your mom made food,
right?
Finish your plate,
right.
And I don't push that on my kids.
100%.
Like, when they're full, they're full. I'm like, I don't want it anymore. And that was different, right? Because you know how hard it was. I know when I got my heaviest, when I started having kids, because they wouldn't finish their food, and me and my stuck in my mentality,
like, that's a waste.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'll finish that, because I don't want to throw it away.
Yeah.
And that's where I realized I'm like, oh shit, I'm over with the cycle again, because this is how my parents grew up. Eat your food, finish your food. And now it's like, oh, there's kids I used to get this shit. There's kids in Africa that wish they were eating this, and I'm like, all right, well, I guess what's another bite, And I'm sitting there. Then it got to the habit where it's like, oh, now I gotta finish this because it's
wasteful.
It's wasteful. So I broke that cycle.
That's good
with my kids.
That's good
because all my kids are fit.
Yeah,
except for my youngest one because he likes to eat cereal at weird hours.
But that's good because as one thing is just like we forget that like we ourselves know when we're hungry.
Yes.
And like if we're all eating right now, there's no way I could justify being like you. Hey, finish your food, dude. I know for a fact you're not full yet. How do I know that? Especially as a parent looking at a kid, like I don't know how much my kid could actually eat. I'm not looking in their stomach being like, dude.
Yeah. But that's true though. But a lot of it too though is that when you start to eat the sweets, boy, there's this craving. Even though I just ate, why am I hungry again? Why do I was like, I need a snack.
Are you legit hungry again?
No, is it
just like a mental thing?
I don't know. That's the weird thing because my body, legitimately, yes, I'm gonna say that. Legitimately, yes, I'm hungry again.
Huh?
Because I'm like, wow, I get this craving. I was like, I'm hungry.
Let me ask you this: do you get bored and just munch?
I do that too.
Okay, that's probably why.
That's comfort
honestly,
eating.
It's probably one of those things that like I'm a comfort eater too.
Yeah.
Dude, I can't tell you how many times I fell asleep on the couch with a chip in my hand in the chip bag.
Yeah.
My wife wakes me up and I continue eating the chip.
Like,
you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
But it's hard. Like,
it's hard, man.
So I feel that 100%.
Yeah, luckily for you, you're skinny, so you haven't reached that threshold yet. So
not yet, at least. Because I've seen my dad. My dad blew up, so I'm like, I gotta keep cautious.
Yeah, man. Dude, stay active is all I can say. 'Cause it's crazy. It's crazy how fast you pack on them pounds, but it takes forever to lose it.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yes. So I mean, I get it. People gonna be like, "Oh, just fucking work out, fat ass. Don't eat so much, fat ass." And I'm like, I get what you're saying because yes, that's exactly what it takes to fix that.
Yeah.
Okay, go tell that alcoholic to put that beer down.
Exactly,
100%.
Go tell that crackhead to put that pipe down. Mm-hmm. It's not that easy. You reach the point, like they've reached the point that where it becomes an addiction.
Yeah.
It's part of them.
Yes. And some people got the fucking willpower to put it down and be like, I have to change. And I get it. Hey, I give them props, man. But God, it's so, because I'll get on the spill for about 3 days and man, I shit you not. I'm just like, oh my God, I need junk food. I need something. I need, like, was it the other day? I told my wife, I was like, you know what? I have to eat something.
Yeah.
I have to eat something that's just trash. She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, you want to go to Lily's? She's like, yeah, fuck it, you know. So we order a large pizza and some fucking nachos, and boy, I tore it up. I'm like, I felt like crap afterwards. It's not because of the food. It's because it's just I got loaded up with carbs.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh my God, I feel so down. To the point where it's like when I got there, I was like, hey, you know, my son was all like, can we play pool afterwards? Hell yeah. I was all gun ho because I've been eating great. I've been eating fine. Boy, after that, after the carbs and everything, I was ready to go memes, man.
Yeah.
I was like,
Shut you down.
he's like, Dad, you still want to play? I'm like,
It's kind of like, you know, we're at work and we're doing like some hard shit outside and lunchtime comes around. Shit, let's break for lunch. Where are we going to go? Let's go get burgers at the local place or Mexican food or whatever. And then everybody's super full. But guess what? We got to go back and finish that job.
Oh,
Fuck. Nobody has the
Should I feel that
drive.
just even from work.
Yeah, nobody
And I'm
has
just
the
there.
drive. You know?
You know, go back
what is
sober,
crazy?
sleepy.
Oh.
What'd you say?
And I say I'll just go back and I'm like super sleepy. I'm like,
Oh,
damn, I
yeah.
ate too much.
Oh, yeah.
I will give it to Bronto. They changed something in their water. I don't get heartburn anymore.
Really?
They put in a 5-stage
They
RO.
probably, yeah, that's probably what they did.
They took out the fluoride.
They took out the fluoride. They took out something, bro, because I used to get bad heartburn.
Maybe.
Yeah. Oh, man. Do y'all still just the water?
Yeah, I have just water. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. I got to stop by there.
Yeah, for sure. Come on by. Oh,
Where do y'all sell it? Like in big, like the 5-gallon jugs or?
No, I just have my regular. So I have my 20. So I have Texas sizes. My small's a 24 ounce. My medium's a 32, and my large is a 44.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm talking
That
about.
Route 44.
Mm-hmm.
Hell
That's
yeah.
good, yeah.
That's a Texas size.
Yeah. I got Texas sizes, and it's funny. Every Tuesday I do a discount day. I call it a sipping on 4.4s. So all day on Tuesdays, it's all it's all half off on 44. So yeah.
No
There's
shit.
good people in there.
Dang,
You know,
that's
I understand
cool.
it's hot.
Oh,
It's hot
yeah.
out,
Oh,
it's a
yeah.
large drink. Like I always get happy whenever it's a discount day. So
What time do y'all open?
so from Tuesday to Friday we open up at 2, and then on Saturdays and Sundays we open up at 12.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
time
yeah,
do
yeah.
y'all
12.
close?
What time do I close?
For closing wise, from Tuesday to Friday, we close at 7:30, and then Saturday we close at 8, and Sundays we close at 5.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Real family hours.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great, man. Dude, that's so impressive, man. I'm good. I'm glad to have you in the studio and have people like you in the studio.
Yeah.
Because, dude, that's like you're really pushing people, man. I hope
Yeah.
people would listen to this and like, oh man, I can do that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
You know,
You can just tell how
Yeah.
passionate you are about
Yeah,
everything that you
absolutely,
do about
man.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like it's fantastic because I'm stuck in my ways. I'm stuck in my
No, that's
old ass
fair.
ways. You know, that I think nope. The only way you can work, the only way you can do this is working 60 hours a week. That's it. You have to go
Oh,
and bust
yeah.
your butt and miss out on a bunch of shit. And you know what, man? You don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah.
You don't have to do that. Find your passion. Obviously,
Yeah.
Bubba's
pursue
yours,
it. Yeah.
and pursue it. And man, get out there and ching-a-lay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool, though.
Just enjoy what you're doing and it's not work.
Oh hell no, Tim, man! I thank you again for coming on.
Heck yeah, it was super fun.
I'm
Yeah, thank you,
glad you
man.
liked it. Shit, learned a
You
lot
got any
today.
plugs? Like anything?
yeah.
Where can we
yeah.
find you at?
Also you can find Snowberry T. We're on we're on Facebook, Instagram, Snowberry T, and then Instagram's going to be Snowberry T _boba.
Okay.
Yeah. Follow our
Any
socials.
events or anything? or-
Yes, I actually do have an event this upcoming 14th. It's going to be I also have 3 rock bands actually coming by and performing at
Oh,
Snowberry
shit,
T.
okay.
Yeah. It's going to be all age things because a lot of these bands actually already perform at bars. But the thing is, they have a strong like young audience. So these below 18-year-olds can't go to bars, so they're doing the show at my shop.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a no cover event, all free. 18, young kids are feel free to come by,
Yeah,
rock
that's-
out. I have 3 bands. I have Alma, Escape, and the third one's I can't remember the third one off my mind, but I have flyers for that one.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's all gonna be on the 14th at 7th, and then before that, I also have an event with a local group called Fanatic.
Okay.
And they're a K-pop group.
Oh,
Super
cool.
cool. I believe we're doing BTS's birthday or one of the K-pop group's birthday.
Okay.
And the little event, people come in here, PC trading, where essentially that's like people just come in there, decorate cards, and just
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, it is BTS's birthday because I actually have 6-foot cutouts of all the guys in my shop right now.
Yeah, that's badass.
Yeah, ready for them.
Heck yeah.
God damn, that's
What's the address of the shop?
13 West Beauregard.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you don't know that, super easy. We're right across the street from the 01 Ale House, or right next to the Froyo place.
Nice.
Oh, awesome, man.
Yeah. Nice little convenient area.
Y'all go out and get some boba.
Yeah,
man. Sweet Tea Berry. Check them out.
Snowberry.
Snowberry Tea. What did I say?
Sweet tea. I think you just want something sweet.
I think,
So, you're making me work hard on the editing, man.
Good.
Snowberry Tea, everybody.
Snowberry Tea. Check them out. And hey, thanks for listening, and we'll catch you on the next one.
What it do?
Awesome.
What it do?